5 seconds remaining.
What are you expecting then? The OD coming through?
Liquid's turn to pick.
Well,
they're gonna go for the tiny first.
Yeah, that's gonna be there for the team for the time being. Any chance that Liquid take it away here?
Probably. Maybe. It's pretty good against tiny, but it's like kind of weird, right? You don't have any wave clear heroes, and picking OD with heroes who cannot make space for you. I think they need heroes who can make. Morphling and Enigma are like big vacuums. You just take all the freaking farm on the map, so you need to have like these two heroes who can just shut some waves and make some space for your team. Farm jungle. This tiny pick, it could be a mid tiny or a support tiny, I would say. And one thing you should notice, like when you play keeper tiny, every time he uses combo, if you give him mana again, he has the combo up again like 4 seconds later. It's like insane, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
Avalanche toss combo, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's very difficult to lane against. They're definitely going to need to find a solution that on Liquid. Is the Oracle really going to be enough with the sustain? Not too sure. And now Liquid go for the Batrider. Alright, so going for some hard lockdown, a little bit of lane presence as well. But obviously with the sticky napalm allows them to run people down in the lane. And yeah, I mean with the Oracle, gives them quite a strong laning partner if they want to roll it like that. But I mean, almost in every game we've so far, we've seen a tri-lane coming through. So it could be that Mind Control just goes up onto the safe lane by himself on the bat, and then Morphin go Morph and Oracle up on the off lane. Meanwhile, Alliance actually take the Medusa, so ignoring that OD pick and instead taking the Snake Lady as their fourth hero. That is very interesting. A hero which is good against Morph in some ways, bad against Morph in the other. Just trying to basically outpace him a little bit. Can farm very, very quickly on this Medusa.
10 seconds remaining.
Really bad against Batrider, if he go up a couple of times, really cannot move. Medusa wants to stand her ground and fight, so it gets stickied up a lot, and then Batrider fireflies on top, die. Also, if you get lassoed and out of position. I see what Alliance are thinking, like a hard carry, and they want someone who's also good against. Enigma is black hole in.
Dire team ban.
All right, well, it's going to be a bit of a greedy one for Alliance then, as they have Sand King and Medusa currently as their two cores. And Tiny in the 3 position does take up quite a lot of space as well, but we'll be looking for the aggression this game. They have nothing to deal with the Batrider lasso right now, so if they want to cancel it, they got to throw down the lockdown onto the bat. Maybe toss, but that doesn't really sound like a good solution.
Might pick something like a Faceless.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Weaver.
Okay. Go for the Weaver.
Wow.
They want to bring a bit more tempo, some faster pace. I mean, Liquid's heroes don't have any disable.
Yeah. They
only have like Enigma Black Hole that.
Big ultimates and the lasso as well. Yeah, the big ultimates, and that's about it. Weaver a very tricky hero to grab with the lasso as well, because he's got that Sakuchi, so you need to catch him off guard if you're going to stand a chance at bringing him down. Of course, if you don't kill him inside that lasso duration, then he's just going to get the time lapse. No silences, no nothing.
What I like here is if they put her middle, though, who really good matchup for that, and they pick something else playing against either. That could be really. Not entirely sure if they're like along those lines. I've seen Mind Control go mid before with Bat, so that could be a possibility. I've seen him not with Bat, but like he's gone mid before. Like even the last major, he was playing off it, and he went mid, nature off it against. Definitely a possibility.
Yeah, 7 seconds left, so Team Liquid need to come up with something. Let's see.
Monkey King.
Monkey King. Okay.
Alright, okay, so this is the hero which is going to make the space for the Morphling this game, something which can run people down. They've been watching Thompson and they've learned a thing or two as they pick up this Monkey King for themselves, probably in the middle lane, I would guess, although I can't really see Miracle having too much of a problem. Maybe I just put the Miracle versus the Medusa, honestly. They're on the Radiant side as well.
I think they're going to put the Monkey in. I've seen this before. Monkey does pretty deep against Medusa. Has a lot of kill potential. Because Medusa is such a slow hero, right? Just, like get on top of it. Put a lot of pressure. care too much about. Won't be too bad. But what I'm thinking right now is like this Batrider needs to go into the safe lane, and they're gonna do the aggro tri lane, and then they don't do that, and the Weaver gets like out of game. It's gonna be really difficult. I mean, it's gonna be really difficult for.
All right, so based on these drafts, who do you think is coming out ahead from these two teams based on the drafts?
Based on the drafts, I feel Alliance ahead, but the laning can. Everything is gonna come down to.
Oh no, I'm scared. Miracle Morphling sounds very, very good, and turning into that Weaver is a really good target for him as well. And the thanking.
But the Weaver is like, I mean, it's so hard for them to kill him, right?
Yeah. They don't really have a lot of lockdown. Didn't really give him any solution to that either. It just gives him Boundless Strike, which, yeah, it can hit him in invis, but it's nothing to keep him locked down long enough to stop that ultimate coming off. So they're going to have to come up with a solution somehow, whether it be in the way they play or in the items they build. But Liquid definitely have the pressure on them to come up with a solution to the Weaver path. Let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series here in the winners bracket of the European qualifiers for the Epicenter Major. My name is Nomad, joining me is 1437, and let's get into it. As Mikey King running towards this middle lane in that donkey. My bad, I'm talking over them again as they're trying to chat wheel. Always my mistake.
You have 20 seconds, that's your... It's pretty tame, this game.
Yeah, that we don't have OG, so it's always going to be a little less hectic when those guys aren't around, because every single member of OG is just spamming out that chat wheel. Good reason too, you know. We saw from True Side, it definitely worked. Well, did he pretty?
So as we predicted, right, the mind control is going to the same, and oh, they actually are gonna put Miracle. Oh, this one is better matchup, I guess, to punish the weak.
30 seconds to
Also
battle.
the thank.
Yeah.
I think the Morphling against the Dusa is like pretty even, 50-50. I think Monkey King will still have a better laning, but this will punish the Alliance side.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
It also give Morphling more XP. Like I said, like if he copies Sanking or if he copies Weaver, he can be a big nuisance. In order for him to do that, he's gonna need a lot of early levels.
Mickey coming in, doesn't manage to get the steal though. Kuroki picks up that bounty rune there for himself, and that will result in Liquid grabbing themselves 2 bounties, and Alliance also grabbing themselves 2. So nice and even to start things off. Miracle going for the blocks in the middle lane. Boxy and Tiger actually coming up here. Yeah, they want level 1 kill on Miracle here. Miracle trying to block up as best he can. Qualifier actually lets it creep through, so Miracle going to be quite safe here in the lane. I don't think they're actually going to get this one, but they'll come in anyway. Oh, he actually morphs into Agi. The Boxy is here as well, but he's only got the tree. They need a little bit more damage. The snake misses, and Miracle gets himself away on 90 HP. And Kurita actually coming in to try and defend this one. Maybe get himself a return kill. The blast coming out onto Tiger into the river.
Lane top.
It is. Tiger taking some damage here, but there's not going to be enough to bring him down. Just some heavy harass, though, coming out from Kuro as Boxy gets himself away as well.
I mean, that wasn't too bad for Alliance. Like, they didn't get first blood, but this Morphling has 0 regen on him right now. Like, he's waiting for that flash to come in. So, the Dusa has already farmed the first 2 waves, and the Morphling wasn't able to, like, get all those last hits. He only has 1 last hit right now. He didn't even get that one, so he only has 1 last hit.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, and yeah, quick for getting the design. Once again, a very good start to the lane for him, so despite not finding the kill onto Miracle, they've still put him in a really bad position, but finally that salve will come out to him, and he can start trying to get some money in this lane. The Qualifier just threatening the snake, making it very difficult for Miracle to come forwards here. Mickey, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, getting napalmed up a little bit. This Batrider should become out on top this game, right? In this lane?
Yeah. People tend to think that Weaver is better, but it's not as simple as that if it's a wall. Weaver has some help, it's a different story, but right now this Bat's just gonna keep sticking him up, hit him. He doesn't need to commit. If he uses Firefly, that's the only way, like, gonna mess up, but as long as he just stickies him, it's gonna be... Weaver is only good against Bat once he's like at 5 or...
Right.
For now,
okay.
it's
Well,
not-
talking about help, Tiger is making his way in on the Sand
That's
King
good.
right now.
That's actually really good, because if the Weaver can somehow get like 1 or 2, gets that item that he.
So wait,
No one
hold on,
on
does this mean?
Liquid's got.
Oh, Boxy's on Tiny, so he's farming up on the Tiny actually, not on the Sand King. Okay. Scoochie forward onto Mind Control. Tiger trying to get in range for the Burrow Strike, won't be able to do so with these 2 Sticky Palm stacks coming out onto him. Sticky Napalm stacks coming out onto him. He's going to have to keep his distance. Now up to 3, so got to be very cautious of Mind Control here as he's coming forward. He's got the Firefly. If he wants to try and run down Tiger here, he could certainly go for it, but Tiger, he's got Sandstorm and he's got Burrow Strike as well, so Mind Control, maybe he's just trying to force Tiger out of the lane, to be honest. He's getting a ton of work done onto him here. Just not letting him get those Sticky Napalm stacks off him. Mind Control just edging really, really close.
Yeah, it's not really doing much. Weaver is still farming in that position. It's okay, like, it's like very happy with just tanking those things. But right now, Liquid, I mean, look at the Morphling. He's actually back. Lost the first 2 waves, but testing this as well, and the Deuce fast and that. Not really applying any pressure. Top lane, oh.
Slider's going to get away, but the toss onto Kuro. A bit of damage coming through from Boxy onto that Oracle, but not really enough to threaten a kill. Meanwhile, the Boundless strikes Matu. He's got the Jingu off, and they go with the root, holding Boxy still in order to secure first blood for Matumbaman up here in the top lane.
GH with the level 3 Enigma and Midnight Pulse killed.
Helping.
That was actually... Oh, he gave the Ring of Health to the Oracle. Not even the monkey.
Well, he's the one who needs the health right now. He's the one who's down at 50% HP. Matu's absolutely peachy. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Mind Control's being harassed up quite a lot. He's had to kind of retreat under the tower a wee bit and force out the Firefly very early on as well. But 5 stacks on Weaver. He doesn't want to let it go, Mind Control, but he knows if it comes too far forwards, he may be punished.
The time where Minecraft is not gonna be able to lane any. He's just waiting it out for the try to.
Matu up in top, trying to fight up into Insania. The Purifying Flames finish off the job. Moxie really wants to find the kill here, but Matu will keep his distance. The toss comes in. Ooh, tries to dodge the damage, doesn't do so, but it wasn't enough to kill him.
Bounty runes are spawning. Bottom, top.
Yeah, Mind Control decides it's not worth throwing his body into the Sandstorm in order to secure a bounty rune there. Wouldn't even be able to secure it with the Burrow Strike anyways, so just settles for going over to the Shrine. Meanwhile, Kuro got to grab them both, so once again, 2 apiece. Nothing crazy going on for these bounties just yet. Game pretty tame as it stands, but Liquid in a fairly good position.
They're in an amazing position. They have the Enigma. They're actually coming top and mid. Batrider, even kind of behind the last hits now, he has more XP than that's what he really wants. He's playing bottom by himself, but he's playing for now. They're gonna get Dominator, and here it is. Again, I'm really impressed with the picking the Monkey King. It makes more sense now that they just wanted to punish either the Tiny or the who's gonna be.
Yeah, and even if it was going to be the Sand King up the top, he still wouldn't have had a very good time versus Matu up here, because Monkey just does dominate all those melee heroes like that. And Boxy actually coming in. He's going to get the toss under the tower. GH, Jesus is going to get annihilated here by Alliance. The Boundless Strike comes through. GH actually buying himself quite a lot of time. The tower hits will come in, and Insania gets it with a right click. But they get the return kill already onto Boxy, and Tiger not in a great position either. Purifying Flames come in, the Shockwave as well, but the Burrow Strike forwards onto Matu. He's got to be careful here. But Insania, he's taking such huge damage, and he is going to get blown up as well. GH grabs that kill. There's a TP in from Boxy, looking to maybe punish Matu here. No, Boxy actually just wants himself the creeps. Wants that XP.
They actually stopped them from taking the tower right now, so that's something in Alliance. But losing 3 heroes like that is very now they need to expend their TP. Come back here, and that means there's no pressure on them.
Yeah, just look at Miracle farming himself up. Qualifier jump into the jungle, pushing out the lane, jump into the jungle. He's doing better on CS and a bit ahead on net worth as well, especially with that death early on from Miracle. But the Snake doing so much work onto the Morphling here as he's just kind of running forwards on Qualifier here, kind of showing him that you can't really trade because I have that Morph available.
The only hero in Dota who can regenerate HP. Like, just drop to 0 and back up to 400. Absolute.
Very cool. Always going to be the case. He just waits to the side as that Snake comes out and then jumps back in to grab all these creeps for himself. He just wants to take him out without any real threat here. He's got this salve. No real issues. Meanwhile, at the top, it looks like they're getting aggressive here. Matu doesn't have a lot of health to himself here. It does feel like Keeper of the Light is very good versus the Monkey King due to that blinding light. If you can get that off after he's got the Jingu stacks coming in, then you can put him in a bit of an awkward situation. But it's level 1, it doesn't really do quite enough.
We know what it feels like Liquid playing. Oh, okay, they're going to toss in. They're going straight for the monkey. Is that even play? Can they kill him with Oracle there?
Doesn't really look like it. KuroKy just keeping him alive from behind.
It's like both teams are just keeping 3 heroes. Both teams are just keeping 3 heroes top lane. So like they're like trying to distract each other from whatever else is happening on the map. They're both just content with their carries farming.
Yeah, we've been here before, haven't we? Both teams are trying to make space for the carries, taking the little engagements across the map here as long as it benefits them. I think if they got Weaver in this bottom lane, who's also been given a free lane right now because the Batrider didn't really do too well versus him. So I'm a little bit concerned for Liquid in that stage, but they're still doing pretty well for themselves with 5-1 right now and a 1k gold advantage.
Radiant's bottom tower
Really doesn't care about this mid lane. He's gonna keep on out there and go jungling. Really nice for him. That's why he's actually a bit ahead.
Up though, Liquid looking to maybe get aggressive here. They toss out a net onto the Tiny, following it up with a root as well. The blinding light's going to hold it back for a little bit of time, but Meke coming into this fight. He's scooching himself forwards, looking for a target. They're trying to bring down Matu, but the black hole to turn around and catches out too. But Alliance just smashing into Matu from the backlines, but he's actually going to be able to heal himself through it. He doesn't even care the fact that there's a Weaver here. Weaver's still trying to fight out. Boxy coming in as well, but he just gets annihilated. Meke taken off the face of the earth. And now Boxy, he's held still by that damn creep, which he can't even finish off himself. They can't even kill the creep. I mean, the monkey goes down, but it's at a huge cost for Alliance so far. They're taking in more heroes. GH might be overstaying his welcome a little bit. The Enigma trying to run himself away here. When it comes through, that does land Tiger. Oh, what a stomp from the Centaur Conqueror, though. And that's actually going to save his life. He just took over that creep as well. The other one died, and GH just managed to grab that one.
Audience, Tiny.
He got the bounty, the value plays, and they're gonna go toss forwards here. Okay, well, Medusa on top of him. He disarms the Medusa for the time, but unfortunately, even used false promise. He's going for the TP out. Surely they've got an avalanche or something, right? He's got no mana. He's got no mana for the avalanche, and that's just gonna be a free Oracle survival. Oh my god, Kuro making the plays.
That was so good. And the thing is, like, both of the supports hit level 6 before even 10 minutes, so they didn't even need the tome for it. Now, Kuro's already level 7. Because that top death where the Weaver TP'd and died, it gave them so much XP. Like, they have these 3 heroes top and they don't have to do anything. They just come and die to them. Oh, here's the Medusa.
Box just clumped
down. There's a Batrider.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. They're going on to him here. The lasso is out and he's just not surviving whatsoever. Qualifier must have been farming on kind of low mana there, with maybe just the insane damage of the Morph ripping through his mana fairly quickly. Meanwhile, Tiger being run down by Mind Control a little bit here. Fairly sure he's not actually looking for a kill because there's a ton of players there. They're Boxy coming in. They're a little bit too late, actually. Never mind. He was certainly looking for a kill and he gets it. They're trying to find the return here, but they have to be careful. Mind Control, he's really flexing hard on Alliance here, forcing them back under the tier 2. You dare come and fight me. He's challenging them. Alliance will not succumb. But they are getting a lot of damage up on this top tower, and this isn't really even a pushing lane. I mean, GH is down in the bottom. He has been here previously, but they don't need him to take this tower down. Kuro and Matu will do it without him.
Yeah, that...
Morphling caught out of, well, full on anti there. Boxy with an amazing rotation in. They get the kill onto that Morph, so that's a bit of an advantage now for Alliance. Can't really do anything with it though. I can't see them taking any towers, but just pushing Miracle down a little bit, stop him reaching that insane stage, which you know these Morphlings can get to.
We saw earlier like what the Batrider can do to the. Gets like 3 stacks on him and lassos him. He much damage, all that magic. Like if Batrider ever gets Dagger Force that bots blink for, it's gonna be really hard for Alliance. Maybe that's another reason why they picked the Weaver, so they can buy Aghanim's. Possibly. And then they exalt the Batrider last. Because you were saying earlier, right, that they don't have a save. But,
yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. They do have a save. It's just a very unconventional one. At least it's from the core Weavers. Sometimes, well, I say sometimes. We used to occasionally see it on the 4-position Weaver, but yeah, on this. I
just realized it just now as well. But this Weaver definitely needs to go to like this Diffusal Blade and try to create some fight and some lineups.
Yeah, and honestly, I think he needs a Linken's before he can start to look towards Naganims or something like that. So might not be a possibility anytime soon, but. Looking for action in this bottom lane. Team Liquid are kind of gathering up 3 heroes. GH is here. He's got the Black Hole. Doesn't have a ton of mana, but doesn't really need it. They root up Mickey. But Tiger's waiting in the wings. He's hanging out behind them. Pings out onto Kuro. Very cautious from Alliance. Not really willing to come forward. They kind of get the sense that something's off as no one's showing in this top lane. Mind Control playing around with Boxy up here meanwhile. Martu thinking about it. Tiger's still waiting. So much patience from the Sand King right now, and the pings come out. They actually knock him off the tree with a blinding light, but they're going to make the hit onto Asania here, but he's got the Ignis Bats. It's going to hold them still. Martu, he's held inside that ultimate. Meanwhile, Kuro, he's being jumped on the backlines here. He's not going to be able to get out of this one, and now the Avalanche toss comes in onto Martu. Throw in an Illuminate as well. They get a second kill. Alliance cleaning up in this bottom lane. They win this little engagement. GHT peeing himself away. Will be successful in doing so. The Centaur gets to the trees. And I'm fairly sure the Centaur's going to go down. So there should be another 300 gold for Mickey. He's got to find it first. Come on, man. There we go. Mickey finally gets it. Meanwhile, Qualifier deals with a tower. And that's going to be very successful Alliance down here as they get themselves 2 kills and a tower.
Oh, that was huge. They
Tiger.
cut the lead down to 1k already.
A little bit of an engagement here. I think Liquid might just be interested in getting themselves out as tosses forward Tiger and sorry, Mickey immediately time lapses out of it. Oh, I mean, I guess that's something to toss.
I think Liquid need to realize that Keeper of the Light is not a really easy hero to fight into, because that ultimate bottom onto the Monkey King was the reason why they were able to have such a good engagement, right? Like, people forgot how to play against this hero because it hasn't been picked in such a long time.
Yeah.
But so strong, so.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of these niche heroes which a lot of these teams play, you know. If no one else is playing them, then no one knows how to play against them. Meanwhile, there's a lasso on top. They've got the Medusa, but he's got the Stone Gaze off in time. And look at Matoon Man in the action pose statue. But he can now get out of that Stone Gaze and start to get to work on Koi, but not surviving this one. Tiny come in, hoping he could do something, but Boxy's probably going to fall victim to Matu as well, as he just smashes into the Tiny. The Mountain has fallen, and this tier 2 tower is not going to be looking too healthy pretty soon either. Liquid just positioning themselves. Meanwhile, Mind Control's on a cliff, but he's got a Blink Dagger should he need it, but TP's himself away.
Wonder why Qualifier actually normally Medusa you always see them farming behind his team, the triangle area, and there wasn't anyone top lane like pushing the lane out for him. I think he put himself in a really bad position top lane, kind of like baited his team coming to help him also. Lost a lot of momentum. When they took that bottom tower, should have been Alliance's territory after that, and you only let like a Sand King or a top lane and shot the lane, get whatever farm is there. Bringing that core up there into a really dangerous spot, I think, really not good. Because she was doing really well, right? She was like the highest net worth.
Yeah.
During that time that she was dead, the Morphling has for her now.
Yeah, now Miracle's ahead, and that's a sentence you don't want to be saying as an Alliance fan right now. Miracle is ahead on the Morphling, going for this Lincoln Sphere as well, actually, which I wonder what it's for. I mean, I guess a Burrow Strike or the Toss or something? Yeah, the Lincoln.
Sand King Stun, yes, Medusa.
The Snakes. I mean, it doesn't seem quite enough to solidify the Lincolns, but I guess Miracle really wants to kind of protect his mana pool and just kind of stop that instant initiation which they have from these heroes.
I mean, it kind of makes it easier for you to exit, like, farm, right? Like, you don't have to think about the Sankey.
Matu jumping in immediately into Boxy. There goes for the Avatos. This is dangerous as Tiger's running forward. He's got the Epicenter Burrow Strike through to the Black Hole as well. Come down from Jace, but immediately cancelled by the Ignis as Stone Gaze comes out. Matu gets saved up into the trees, but there will be no save for GH, and Mind Control immediately picked up
Oracle's
as well.
gonna die.
Yeah, Oracle's in a really bad position right now. The right click's coming through from Koik, but they get another one. Alliance, they've gotten 3 so far. Matu should survive on the trees.
They're gonna go straight into the tower. Like I just mentioned, people forgot how to play against Keeper.
Yeah.
That ultimate was everything in that team fight. Like, Enigma can't just black hole like that. He doesn't see the Keeper, right?
Matu though going for the ultimate. They're still looking for a fight here. Going onto the Tiger here, nearly knocking him out of that Wukong, but doesn't quite happen. And now this is going to spell trouble. They're still trying to turn around onto Miracle a little bit, but Boxy, now the Jig is coming out onto him, gets annihilated by Miracle, but Koiks are coming to enjoy this fight as well as Matu actually gets forced down inside his own Wukong. He doesn't have enough armor, and Miracle is actually dropped as well. 2 kills again for Alliance. Liquid, they are not doing very well right now. 2 bad fights in a row. Need to hit the drawing board and maybe replan how they're taking these fights right now.
So they lost 5 heroes and the mid tower for pretty much a tiny. All of that. Now the Dusa is back where she belongs.
Yep.
Top of the network.
Taking her crown. Put me up there. And next stop on the Medusa train is going to be Skadi City. As she queues that one up after the Manta style. That's going to be a very effective item. We know how good that is versus the Monkey King, just slowing him down and stuff and being able to really chase people down with those Jingus. Not super good versus a Morphling, but always nice to just get a bit of control up for that hero.
And Alliance are starting to put a lot of pressure down onto the bottom lane now. Liquid are like trying to think again, like, okay guys, can we actually fight them? Are we strong enough? Like, what happened in the last fight? You know, where did we go wrong? Pretty sure they're not going to think about the Keeper again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking at what happened last fight, and he looks a bit like Gandalf, if you ask me. Meanwhile, Matu looking... he's going to be able to run through this middle lane.
Oh, we should also mention one thing, that in the past, people used to pick Keeper of the Light against Monkey King. That in blinding light out of the Wukongs.
Yes, exactly. And Insania so nearly did that in the last fight as well. It was literally so close to being outside of that circle.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Liquid also forgot about that when they picked this Monkey King. Because, like, come on, like, who actually plays Keeper? I haven't seen any other teams play Keeper. But Alliance plays so well. Like, they understand how this hero works
Miracle,
so well.
there's a lot of heroes coming on him right now. He's got to be careful. He does get the strength morph off in time, but they might have enough damage to rip through him all the same. But no, waveform up to the high ground. Miracle is quick.
That Lincoln's value.
He's still hanging out here though, inside the tiny form. Now back to morphing form. Now they're going with the lasso. They've got the Weaver. Can they bring him down in time though? The Ignis Phantom's going to hold them still and actually allow the Weaver to get out of this one. Gorika's actually dropped by the epicenter. They rip through to everybody. It's looking pretty bad for Liquid right now. Matu already dead. Mind control as well being picked off by Mickey. So much work being done by this Keeper. Somebody shut him down. Somebody stop this ultimate. The light.
So good.
Liquid are just like moths flying into this light over and over again, and Alliance are winning the game.
And the other unexpected thing is that Tiny has a toss combo, and the Keeper keeps giving him mana, so he has his toss combo up like much sooner than you would think, and it's like really messing with Liquid's team fighting. Like, they're not expecting that the Tiny's avalanche toss is like already up. So their positioning is like...
Miracle into the pit though, he's going for the steal, he gets the Aegis! He actually gets it off them. Alliance robbed of their reward as Miracle brings down the Medusa as well. What are you doing? They take down the Medusa, they grab the Aegis, they're looking for Mickey as well. Here he's under a sentry, he gets pushed away. Tiger with a bow strike, buying his hero a little bit of time here, but that steal was absolutely phenomenal. But Boxy comes in, might have taken that Aegis, he certainly does, and gets Matu as well. Kuro on the runaway here, trying to get his way up to the high ground, gets away with that. It's Miracle. Now, oh, he's caught. No, he actually gets the strength morph off just in time. Now they use the lasso to control out the Weaver. Nothing more. They might try and actually get the kill. Miracle's sticking around here. He still wants to fight up, and they actually get the kill onto Mickey for it. And now Boxy, he's not looking particularly good either. The bow strike through onto Miracle. Strength morph once again. And Zania also playing around with him right now as Mind Control's actually the one dropping kind of low. The Lions trying to clear themselves out here. Blink daggers at dawn as they run themselves back and disengage entirely. Liquid. Wow.
My
the steal.
God, Miracle. He not only did he get the Aegis, he got the last hit as well. So he got a shit ton of experience off that play as well. So he killed the Dusa, they got the Roshan, he got the Aegis. That's the best case scenario that could have happened for
Absolutely turning that one around. I mean, that belonged to Alliance. That was pure thievery. Miracle, well, he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, but still a long hill to climb. Alliance are still ahead. They still have this Medusa, and she's still in that top net worth spot, so I'll be disappointed they didn't get that Aegis, but it's definitely nowhere near over yet. Still a very close game, but that just made it a whole lot closer. Oh, in the river.
He's gonna get diffused up.
Yeah, he's actually just getting eaten quite badly here as the toss comes forward. It's actually onto Kuro though. He can't find the right click damage, but never mind. A log comes flying in, hits mind control on the head, and sends him to sleep. Okay, he's still looking for Kuro. Yeah, here, Mickey, there's nothing really to punish him right now. So Burst Strike comes through, cancels that TP, and Kuroki's gonna get brought down as well. That was two kills.
Just running around invisible. He doesn't know who to kill. There are too many heroes here.
Radiant's middle tower is
It's
under
a
attack.
very awkward game right now.
They're actually just gonna. They might just walk into the high ground after this tier 2 because there's 2 heroes dead for 20 seconds and Liquid are focused on split. Okay, that glyph might slow them down.
It's not quite long enough, unfortunately. But still, the map
I'll
control
slow them down
gained.
from going high ground at least.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What did this top tower fall?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well,
is
that was
under
really early
attack.
on, wasn't it?
Going for a vest. It's gonna be a. They just need to think about how they can kill the Oracle first, and then vessel up the Morphling. And their problem right now is that they don't have the damage to kill the Morphling.
Boxy has seen Marty's on the tree. They're TPing in some more Alliance heroes into this one. GH, though, could be the target of this. I'm not even sure if Matsu can do anything about it. He's actually going to throw it on the Wukong, but GH is already dead. But Boxy is in some trouble. And Miracle in as well, but they've got the epicenter coming through. It's still a lot of damage coming through onto the Morphling, and Miracle needs to get himself away, but he's running out of strength. He's out of strength. He's out of life. Miracle is slain, and Alliance will take another victory again and again, just finding the victories in these fights. I mean, what does Liquid need to do to win these?
Hard, man. I mean, they already made one miracle, but I'm not sure they're gonna be able to have another one.
There's only one miracle, unfortunately.
Like the lineup, like Alliance's lineup is just that much stronger when they come online, when they
Radiant's
get
top
everything.
tower is
Liquid had
under
an
attack.
amazing laning stage, right? They even picked this monkey to improve their laning stage, but right now it feels like the monkey doesn't really have any impact against Alliance's heroes. And this Keeper's like ulti is monster. Like Alliance don't fight unless it's up. You can just see how they're doing all their action. And this Kato tiny combo is also very, very strong.
Yeah, the constant nukes coming through on the fights, and now we have ourselves a Skadi on Medusa buying out for it, but no real threat for her anyways.
She's so fat. She died 3 times, but it doesn't feel like she died 3 times. Maybe it would have sped up her farm by 2 or 3 minutes. Got all the items that lived through it.
Dire are scanning.
Enigma is going for the BKB now. I mean, he has to buy it, right? Or else the Keeper ulti is just gonna...
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a
Really
choice,
close
GH.
to it.
He's...
Oh, he's actually really close to it.
Yeah, he's got the Ogre Club in the and the recipe on the courier.
Okay. He
He
skipped
doesn't want to
the
reveal
mech.
anything.
Yeah. The other games, he always bought the mech. That's the miracle that they're hoping.
Dire's structures
KB
are
and-
fortified.
Black hole off.
Marty won't be able to see much as it's nighttime right now, but there is a Medusa
Radiant's
just under
top
him
tower
here.
is under
So
attack.
keeping up with the creep wave.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, this game is very, very tense. I mean, we know that Alliance are ahead. They've got the 6k gold advantage, but it's really difficult to not think that Liquid are going to make some crazy comeback play. They've done it once. It didn't end up going super well for them afterwards, but if they can do it again, you know, I'm very worried about this Morphling miracle. He's getting close to the shotgun. Still pretty far behind the Medusa, though.
To be honest, like this level of farm for Morphling is not ideal. Normally, Morphlings, if they have free farm or they have a good game, they'll split by 25 or something. Means like he's been having a really Alliance has been holding down and really pressured. Game needs to join team fights all the time. Okay.
Ooh, bow strike forwards, but the 4-staff away.
That's a very deep go.
Yeah, they're looking for this. As Mind Control jumps into everybody, gets the lasso onto the Weaver. The Ignis is out, but it doesn't actually catch Mind Control inside of it. So jump straight forward onto Matu. He's got this BKB. The Stone Gaze is out as well. The Ignis actually gets kind of diffused as Miracle's just going in deep, finds Insania, and now into the Weaver form, finding more. We're in Mind Control, chase down in the tree lines, and they get themselves another kill. So Insania, Mind Control, and Kuro all dying in this little engagement here. Alliance, they've still got 4 heroes, looking pretty fancy right now.
That was a really weird engagement by Alliance, because there's a ward on Liquid side there, on the hill, and that's the reason why Miracle TP'd into the fight and went straight for... They didn't deward that either, so a really, difficult space to fight in, but Alliance's heroes are so tanky, so strong, that it doesn't even matter if Liquid sees all the heroes in the fight.
Yeah, Miracle actually running forwards there. He's got no chill. He's chasing.
You can see how, like, Miracle, he's not really focused on the farming. He feels like they need to fight their way back into this. He cannot farm his way back into. That's why he keeps doing all these actions. That's why he keeps back. There are games where, like, if he feels they're gonna win the late game, he's not gonna TP back. He's just gonna let his teammates die. He's gonna keep. This game, he pretty much TP'd into every single team fight.
Yeah, he's been very active. He knows that the team need him. They don't really have much damage without him, especially with his Monkey King being so well controlled in these fights. With the BKB, I was expecting a little bit more out of Matu in that last engagement there, but he was still just kind of juked around. They didn't really force themselves to stay under the Ignis. May want to jump in. They've got the lasso. They're trying to bring down the Tiny, but the Burrow Strike in response going to hold Mind Control still. And Boxy actually just turning. You want to attack me? I want to attack you. They're trying to fight up with each other now. But Boxy just grabbed the haste from the floor there as well. But in comes Miracle. Doesn't have the damage though.
Oh, the Eggs, the Weaver. The Weaver
actually went for it. He actually went for it. Okay. A stunned moment of confusion. What?
Where did the hero go? Where did they go?
Did Connell suddenly get his ability back? But yeah, the Weaver Egg saves Boxy. Okay, alright, we're back on the wavelength now. Alright, so Mickey really kind of, just says that the Diffusal, Dragon, Lance, that's enough for me to hopefully survive the lasso if I get caught. And now I can go for the Agnims to try and help out Medusa. So it really is kind of turning into 4 Protect 1. But when Qualifiers this pack, that's not really a problem.
I mean, his plan is like, he's not going to get caught by the Batrider. He's not going to position himself to get caught. That's his idea, and he knows that the only way that Liquid can win a teamfight is if he's the one who gets lassoed, right? So he's considering that and always positioning himself in a way where the Bat needs to go through all of his teammates to get to him.
Yeah,
that's not going to be possible. So.
Mind Control has been jumping in super deep for these engagements. It's been like 4-staff, Blink, finding whoever, hopefully the Weaver, but the split decision making has usually ended up in the Weaver. But last time it was a Tiny. But yeah, we'll probably see him playing much more defensively now on Mickey until that lasso is gone, or until that black hole is gone, until he can have a really big effectiveness on that ultimate, and then start to try and chase some heroes down. But they can really kind of just get behind this Medusa right now. She is super girthy.
So Alliance plan right now is just going to play around the top and the mid area of the map. They have some vision set up here, and they're just going to wait until Liquid makes some kind of mistake or on the map, and they're just Roshan is pretty much everything. If the first Roshan came to Alliance, they would have had complete control of this game. Of course, Miracle stole it, and it kind of hindered their plans, but now the second Roshan is coming. Same position again, where they're really far ahead, waiting for the right opportunity or the right pick-off to happen, so they can just want the same shenanigans happening again by inside the dies or...
Yeah, they want to secure this one.
If the Medusa gets Aegis, it's so freaking hard for fight. So Liquid is obviously thinking about that. They've been zoned out of that hill area, but now they're smoking out, seeing if they can just try to contest this Roshan. Here it is. And Alliance
Going forward, Boxy actually just unloading onto Kuro straight away with the bow strike through as well. They actually failed to find that kill, and now while they got the black hole, it's out onto 3, which is pretty good. Matsu throwing down the ultimate top bit as well. If he else actually bring down Mickey straight away, but he buys back. Boxy tried on the front line as well, but Boundless Strike going to finish him off. Ignis doesn't really do the much with those BKBs coming out. Qualifier then loading onto Matsu a bit, forcing him back up to the high ground right now. So Alliance forced to buy back on 2 of those heroes. They do manage to get Kuro. But, and also, the ultimates are used, so Alliance shouldn't be super scared right now, but Liquid really kind of trying to pile in here. And Miracle forced back onto his high ground. They have a lot of heroes that can play around this right now as they actually go in. Miracle nearly just drops straight up to Boxy's combination here, and Tiger goes for the ultimate, not really finding anybody though. That one's going to go to waste. But still zones them back out, although they weren't actually in the pit any longer.
This buyback was actually necessary so that they can just secure the Roshan. Enigma uses Black Hole, so it's a really long cooldown. Even though they did die, they have an opening here to just get the A game. Right? That was a Black Hole, that was a BKB Black Hole when Alliance didn't even know that they got like what, their position 1, 2, and 3 caught in the Black Hole, and they couldn't do anything, and that's quite that Liquid one. So
yeah, they got
the next time they know it.
I mean, all GH caught out a little bit here by Boxy, tossed back into his illusions. The bow strike always there from Tiger, no TPs allowed.
Tiger, man, this guy, like Tiger and Boxy are just holding hands the whole entire game.
They're a
like,
bromance. They're a dream team right now.
Yeah, you think that you're fine and you're about to TP off from this Tiny, but there it is, the Sand King just out of nowhere.
From left field, or Miracle turning into this juicer, doing his best impression, the attempts to defend this high ground.
So right now Alliance need to think like, okay, Enigma holds down and our team fight is so much stronger. Let's see how we can like pick off this Oracle when he tries to use the Edict, because that's the only spell that's stopping Alliance from taking this tower right now.
Oh, they actually jump in, tossing back Miracle quite deep here. Roadtrack comes through as well, but he's going to be able to get that morph off. Ignis actually throwing down top of him and catches 3 heroes inside of it. And with the Stone Gaze as well, they're forced into looking at Qualifier. 2 heroes disappears straight off the back, and the toss is going to find Miracle as well. 3 dead. What a combo by Alliance. That was damn fruity from them. As they're onto this high ground now, Qualifier just taking down the tower onto the racks now as well. The buybacks coming in from Liquid. It's on the morphling. GH pops up BKB to stop himself being stunned up, and they'll just get that Tiny out of there with the time lapse. Yeah, 60-second cooldown, by the way.
That combo was so good.
So good.
Radiant structures.
It was at 50% bonus physical damage if they get frozen. They die so fast.
Just didn't have a chance. No chance to react there. Look at me.
So fast.
Look at me.
Yeah, and this dude is about to hit level 25 as well. It's like 34 minutes in. That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast. It certainly is. Which talent does Qualifier go for? I'm pretty sure it's the one.
The next highest is Morphling 21
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
on Radiant side.
Yeah, the market wasn't this game though. The TP gets cancelled. Matsu jumping onto Qualifier here. There's a whole team of Lions behind him though, so Matsu can't really go for anything, especially with his Aegis as well. Just Medusa, not even scared. She actually turned around on him. What 25 talent are we expecting, by the way? Usually we see the
Split shot.
Yeah,
she's gonna go to split shot.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a Scatty and a Daedalus. Double damage, but taken away. He doesn't actually get it, and he gets denied by somebody as they toss in. Well, for more, they're not really finding anybody here. Boxy is going to be the new target, and he might just be left behind here. It looks like Alliance are kind of passing on Boxy here. Sorry, mate, you're not worth saving.
They don't want to fight into the Enigma BKB Black Hole in that position. They want their own terms, you know. They want to like figure out, you know, get the good position. Just leave the hero, get out. That was a really good jump by Mind Control there, baiting out the double damage. Would have been a huge pickoff, but Lions just only losing the Tiny. I think that was the best case scenario.
Yeah, I was almost expecting a Weaver time lapse to come in because the range is absolutely bananas, but couldn't quite find the entry point there. Didn't want to get too close as well. They got so much.
They were very split up. They were not like preparing for Liquid to walk down there and come down there. Playing with the Dusa, following him. Still has the Aegis for another minute and a half. They're gonna go high ground bottom soon. But they're just waiting for the Tiny's timer.
Coming into this series, complete honesty time, did you expect any of the games to be this close?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Liquid versus like OG as well.
Bottom shrine is under attack.
Liquid versus Alliance.
Oh, Liquid versus Alliance. Yeah, actually, I've been watching Alliance. They're very, very, very impressive.
Shrine has fallen.
Like, they've beaten, I think, even in the first qualifiers.
Not too sure.
Oh, yeah, it was like the first major of the season.
Oh right, the
So,
first.
I would
major,
never,
yeah.
I would never put anything past this team.
Radiant's bottom
So many
tower
like
is
quirky
under attack.
strategies that you can't keep up with, man. So difficult to play against a team. Especially you just finished a BO3 and you don't even know who you're gonna play against next.
Yeah.
So hard to prepare for them.
Yeah, like basically 3 teams to prepare for today, Alliance. And
Oh, big
one of the
toss
hardest one of the toss back onto Kuro here.
Perfect
They
hero
can't let this
toss back.
Oracle die, but I'm not sure they have a choice. He might be able to get the false cross off
buyback.
himself. He has buyback. Okay. Wasn't trying to save himself.
Radiant's
He
bottom
knew.
So
tower
this is gonna be
is
their
under attack.
initiation every single time. They're not gonna have some 5-on-5 fights or anything like that. They're just gonna toss someone out, make them out of position, and then take the team fight.
Yeah, but a lot of pings coming in from top. This is where gonna be. They find another one. Matsu tossed back into Qualifier here. Does throw down the ultimate
the
kind
BKB
of
right away.
early. Yeah, the BKB was quick, so no stuns up. And actually, with that BKB usage, the Stone Gaze being down, this is a line.
They're gonna back off. There's no
Yeah.
Roshan. He just lost the Aegis, so they were actually already planning to go back. And the reason why the Dusa used the ult, he knows that the moment someone big like Monkey gets tossed in, that's when Enigma wants to use the black hole to like try and save him, right? So he pops the Stone Gaze so that Enigma cannot jump in and they can try to secure a kill. But then Monkey already got the BKB off. They just disengage, and now they're just gonna control the game to play for the next Roshan already. Very systematic game. Really understand. Okay,
Radiant
alright.
are scanning.
Fight breaks out here. Okay, they have the ward now, so they're gonna control. They're gonna keep control of the bottom area.
Illusion.
Well, has achieved.
And another toss forwards onto Matsu. Again, his BKB still on cooldown. If they can kill him now, it's going to be a pretty good fight for them. The black hole comes on straight onto the Medusa, but there's the Ignis coming in to cancel it up. And the damage is in once again. Qualifier, he's a meat grinder right now. He takes down Matsu, GH, and Mind Control. Now look at Source Miracle as well. He'll be able to just weave himself away from this one. But now this game just got so hard. They don't have
Wow.
the Monkey for another 50 seconds. They have the Enigma, but he doesn't have Black Hole.
That was so beautiful. You know, the Weaver had an illusion rune, and he baited the lasso out.
Oh, they've got Miracle in the back line. He's got to be careful here, but again,
Yes,
just
yes,
morph
yes,
himself
yes.
around. Yeah, they don't have
They're
enough.
just gonna go for the objective.
Why
ignore
is
him.
the Enigma's Black King Bar on cooldown?
I think, like I said earlier, when the Medusa used the Stone Gaze, he was thinking about going in. Is that it? I'm
I'm not sure.
guessing that's what happened.
Radiant's
He was gonna go in, but then the Stone Gaze came. Because the Monkey's BKB was on cooldown, right? So if he used it at the same time, it would have the same cooldown.
Yeah, maybe it was just about on cooldown there. It's got to be the case. I can't think of any other reason. He just had to go for it there. And now your bottom racks are dead.
Radiant's top
Mid racks,
tower
well, I mean, Kuro comes over and disarms him for a little bit, but Quakewood just getting straight back to work. There are these sticky napalms starting to stack up on him now, and with the respawning of the Monkey King and the Enigma, Alliance shows some more respect and get themselves away. Might wait for this next Roshan before they go for the Megas. Who?
And GH has a refresher now.
Oh, GH. 2 black holes. Wow, this is the full old skill Enigma build. No auras for GH today. Just going straight in for the BKB, the Blink Dagger, the Refresher Orb, and he's just smoking up. He doesn't want to reveal any of these items. He wants it to be a complete surprise.
Needs to, if he uses his Midnight Pulse 2 times, he needs mana boots 2 times. Mana to catch. Very expensive. And if he doesn't get the Dusa and the Black Hole, the Dusa's actually just gonna kill more shots or
it's
because Enigma
not
doesn't
close.
have any other items.
Well, Quakeville once again back out. Look at GH's positioning here. We know he liked that in the other game. Voxy looks for a pick, doesn't find it. 4 staff back down. Matsu with GH right now. Quakeville just hitting the buildings right now. Mind Control actually destroying GH's cover a little bit as he's into the trees as well. Looking for somebody going in deep. Who can he find? He's looking for Insania, not going to jump it. And immediately Alliance are on top of Mind Control, trying to bring him down nice and quick here. They don't actually manage
he's
to,
alive.
though. He's survived
He's
somehow.
actually alive. They didn't commit the Will-O-Wisp to the Bat Fighter kill.
Yeah.
doesn't have buyback on Batrider. He used it in the last engagement. That would have been a really good pickup. But they're just gonna get
They've nearly got the mega creeps. Qualifiers just hitting buildings. He's Stone Gaze used just to secure the range rack. Sure, that's worth it. Easy mega creeps.
So disciplined, right?
Yeah, they really are.
Fight here. There's no Stone Gaze for the black hole now. Fight here, unless Tiny is the one who jumps the Enigma first, makes him low enough. Them once and.
Yeah, it's a possibility. But
they were thinking about fighting into that, like with that word, but Liquid obviously.
very short Roshan cooldown as well. That's gonna help them. They stick their heads into 2 more seconds. It is gonna spawn. Boxy, just stay. Oh god, he moves away. You can't help but laugh at their misfortune there. Yeah.
That's actually so unfortunate.
At least Mickey
1
finds it funny.
second.
Radiant are scared.
Okay, Mickey's going. Alright, guys, I'll go look at. I mean, there could have been a chance where they would have got wiped in that Roshan pit, right? Because they don't have Stone Gaze up. Better they actually wait for the Stone Gaze first before they do the Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, then again, there's a double damage rune bottled on the Medusa.
Yeah, he doesn't want to use it for the Roshan for sure.
Oh no, he wants to use it for the fight.
Like, that team fight. Yeah, but they don't want a team fight at the moment until he has that Stone Gaze up, because that's the key spell to stop the black hole from.
Qualifier comes in, immediately getting lassoed. Where the black hole? It doesn't land on anybody! Oh no, that is not right, but he's got the refresher on. We'll be able to throw it down onto the Medusa. Tiger just outside of it as well. Medusa surviving barely throughout that, and then the Weaver comes in to bring it back to life. But Qualifier, they're losing teammates. Insania's down, but GH and Natu dropping just as quickly, and look at Qualifier's damage! Tearing through everybody! Liquid are completely devastated. They're gonna lose Roshan, and they'll probably lose the game as well. Nobody is here for the steals. Miracle just trying to make his way around this fight, but gets caught out by Boxy because he had the damage to finish him off. He doesn't, but he's cancelled the TP. Miracle, at least he's got that Weaver form. Meanwhile, Qualifier just eats the cheese all to himself, has a refresher shard for Insania as well. There's so much damage coming out from the Medusa with the double damage rune as well. They didn't kill her. The Weaver came to save the day, and now it's looking like the game might well be over. They actually just about get money for buyback on the Enigma as well. So GH is in, but he doesn't have a black hole, and look at the creeps inside the base. They've already taken down these tier 4 towers most of the way. There's no way. There is no way Liquid defend this one. They go in for the last ditch effort. They got 4 heroes up, but the Ancient, it's being stricken. Look at GH just trying to come forward. That's a blink away to the creeps even. They can't even get out of the base. Liquid just mobbed like a horde of zombies. Boxy gets an easy one. The Stone Gaze being used as Qualifier just smacks down this tower. Well, Miracle will come in from behind, but does get frozen up. And there's the Ancient. It's Alliance taking game number 1 versus Team Liquid. Wow, what a result.
Oh, the Alliance is such an incredible, so quirky and strategy, like the Keeper itself, and then the Keeper Tiny combo, and then the Weaver last
Dire team remaining.
Oh, this guy has no chill, man.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Dire team ban.
Alright, I'm here.
So, it has indeedy.
Team Liquid's
Dire
turn
team
to ban.
ban.
Ban Oh, have you run the ad?
Not yet. Oh,
10
got it.
seconds remaining.
Advert's rolling now.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Dire team pick.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Hello and welcome back to the EPICENTER Major EU Qualifiers. My name is Nomad. Joining me is 1437 as we get into these upper bracket finals between Team Liquid and Alliance. And right now we're looking down the barrel of an Alliance victory here as they're one game up versus Team Liquid. And well, can you talk us through the last game very briefly,
10
please, Stephen?
seconds remaining.
I would say the last game,
5 seconds
Alliance just had a bit of a better draft because its fighting was a bit stronger, and I felt also stronger, and Liquid would have a really hard time running into Alliances. Even though Liquid laned extremely well and they had a really good start to the game, as the game progressed and Alliance got their items, they unstoppable moving object. Out and Pearl of the Light, the Tiny combo, quirky Aghanims, Weaver strategies, all spot on. I feel like Liquid just were not.
10 seconds.
You can say that
remaining.
again, yeah. It's a lot of team fight coming out for Alliance, and they just bought the battle to Team
5
Liquid.
seconds
Liquid
remaining.
completely overwhelmed by that. Now they're going to open up with a Shadow Shaman and a Nature's Prophet, but it's worth looking at these bans. They've actually taken out the Earthshaker and the Sand King.
So this game, I said that Liquid needs to adapt somehow,
Dire
right? They
team
need to
back.
evolve, and the way that they evolved is by banning the Sand King instead of banning the Morphling. Just the correct move. 'Cause it's our last game, even though they didn't have Morphling, as long as they have the Sand King, they're able to make the plays and the way that they wanted to play throughout the game possible. So now they move the Sand King, they are forcing Alliance to play a different kind of game, and this time Alliance first pick Liquid go for Shadow Shaman NP. Means Liquid want to play a more faster tempo and one that takes a lot more objectives, try
10
to like
seconds remaining.
overwhelm you in.
Absolutely,
5 seconds
yeah.
remaining.
Alliance response to that is going to be the Enigma and the Troll Warlord. These two heroes, they work pretty well together, and you can kind of move the Troll. I mean, if it were Liquid, you know they'd be playing it in the off lane. Alliance maybe going to put the Troll in the safe lane and get themselves an off laner who pairs up nicely with the Enigma. I'm not too sure. We'll see what they decide to do coming through the second part of the draft. But yeah, the Shaman and the Prophet also suggest really, really strong lanes to me.
Team Liquid's turn
This
to
Troll
ban.
Warlord is really good for fighting against Prophet in the. They're probably picking a Enigma, kind of, you know, creates weaker lane somewhere because he needs jungle, so Troll Warlord can for that. But more so, I think Troll Warlord, because I think Alliance already
10
believes
seconds remaining.
NP is.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so taking that knowledge forwards, then they ban out the Morphling and the Out of Devourer. The two bans. Meanwhile, Team Liquid they throw out the Naga. Was Naga and Troll likely?
Probably not, but maybe it's like Qualifier, you know, there's also like TA that Qualifier likes to play. There's like so many heroes that can actually pull nowadays. That's why we don't see it being first phased anymore. There's like Razor.
I was gonna say Razor's still in the
Viper,
pool.
Batrider. There's like an insane amount of heroes. So Liquid can still put this Nature's Prophet as a support, and then Batrider. Really troublesome. There's no Abaddon, but there's still an Oracle in the. Maybe Alliance would. Or maybe actually they can go for the Keeper of the Light again, because it's good pairing with the Troll Warlord in the laning stage.
That's true. The Axe's short cooldown is really hard to lane against. Yeah, that's
it's
really
so
good
annoying,
point.
and you can always use your Illuminate off the Troll Warlord's low, the range 4 maxes.
Yep, easy
You have
damage.
a lot of laning presence there. Probably pretty good against NP as well, so you can just.
Yeah.
Liquid are spending a lot of
actually.
time on this because they need to ban something, and they need to also already know what they're gonna pick right after that. That's why they're thinking about what they're gonna pick. They're not really
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
ban the Batrider themselves. Okay, so they are not gonna go towards that angle, and Bat would have been also good for Alliance because it's good against Prophet.
Yep, absolutely. All right then. So, are they going to grab the Razor right now? How likely do you think that is? Because it's known as a pretty good counter towards the Troll Warlord. Uncontrollable in his
Definitely
ulti.
possible. Because
10
I
seconds
mean,
remaining.
if they pick Razor here, though, I think Alliance will go towards like a Queen of Pain direction,
5 seconds remaining.
so that the Razor doesn't have that good matchup wall. But knowing Liquid, they would tend to pick like. They want to hide if the Nature's Prophet is offlane, or if they're not, then giving away a lot of
Dire
information.
team-
Razor seems like. Okay, all right. That came out of nowhere. I
I love the way we're here
that a
getting
new
super
hero?
into the analytics. We're like, Razor would counter and then they can get the damage inside the ultimate, but then they could also go. And then Liquid are just like, they spend all this time galaxy braiding this draft and then just throw down the Warlock. We're
10
completely.
seconds remaining.
all right, hear me out.
Yeah,
okay?
let's hear it.
He's going to.
5
Troll Warlord is going to
seconds
cast
remaining.
ultimate, right?
Uh-huh.
Then the Warlock is going to Fatal Bonds the Troll to all his teammates, and they're all going to focus the Troll Warlord. Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever damage is dealt to one unit is going to be dispersed to everyone else, right? So
That
they're
actually
the
sounds
Troll's gonna
pretty
use
good.
ult. Yeah, exactly. So that's it. That's their strat. And then also the Warlock Golem can cancel Black Hole, even he has BKB. So even he has Linkage, he can't actually
10
stop
seconds
a
remaining.
Warlock from canceling your Black Hole.
Absolutely perfect.
5 seconds
Alliance end up going for the combo, like we said, the combo with the Troll, really good, and it was so freaking strong in game 1, like
It
how
really
Alliance
was,
played
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think
And Liquid
didn't
was
know how to
not
answer.
ready.
There wasn't. It also
Liquid
just
was
throws
not
a
ready
freeze
for
as
that
well,
hero.
so Prophet trying to escape with the Sprout or anybody trying to get
Oh.
caught inside it. Cole can break those down, but there comes the Medusa, this time for Team Liquid. So that's a lot of spread
they-
damage coming out across this team with the Fatal Bonds and the Split Shot.
They really don't want Alliance to have that Medusa again, you
Yeah,
know?
I feel that's the case.
Liquid's like, oh, quirky strat, okay, we have our own
10
fucking
seconds remaining.
Warlock, like.
It's okay, you're allowed to swear on this stream, it's okay.
5 seconds remaining.
For the, what do you call it, the under 13.
The under 13 viewers, yeah, of course. Gotta look out for those guys. Don't worry, we love you. 99, judging by Twitch chat.
Judging by the chat, 99.
Yeah.
I really like the other 1%.
Yeah, we love that 1%.
So, what does Alliance pick here? Now that there's already, like, if I'm Alliance, if I'm Alliance, I'm probably picking some crazy shit like no one ever expects. But if I'm anyone else and I look at Liquid's lineup, I'm like, what is happening? Why is there a Warlock? Is this a new hero? When was this patched in?
Yeah,
know,
what made
that's
this
what
guy
I'm
strong?
thinking.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see actually how this works out for them. As you say, it might be the interaction with the troll warlord that they're looking for. How long will it take Alliance to realize that? They're just going to stumble into one team fight and give the warlock a rampage? Who knows? It's a possibility. I think it's an unlikely one, but still, I'm here for the ride. I'm strapped in, ready to roll. But Alliance, they're running down the clock now as Liquid are already on 12 seconds reserve time, and Alliance catching up with them now on this 4th pick. They gotta either probably get their mid laner right now. It's 4th pick. They're gonna have to pick up their 5th hero after the banning phase. So you just want to grab your mid hero before it gets banned out. But they're taking their time. Big decision to make.
They're down to 5 seconds.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Storm
Go for
Spirit.
Storm. Okay, so they realize that Liquid doesn't have so much catch potential. Storm can Warlock and things like they really had to dig into their notes, figure out okay what works against Warlock.
Yeah.
This hero hasn't been patched. This hero has not been played in
10
like how many
seconds
patches.
remaining.
Storm was their conclusion, and
5
see
seconds
it's being
remaining.
pretty decent, good at catching and Warlock and things. Has some decent synergy with Keeper of the Light, but my concern here is like Alliance's only lane shoving heroes. They have like
Dire
Enigma,
team
Troll.
ban.
They all need a lot of farm. I probably would have liked to have seen a Tiny again. Maybe they're thinking they can. Liquid are gonna ban the Magnus. They don't want to play against Magnus. Lions are down. They have both
10
teams don't have any
seconds
reserve
remaining.
time, and this I think hurts Liquid the most. They're gonna need to
5
like
seconds
analyze
remaining.
after this last.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, I mean, Alliance have had a lot of time now to set up for this this 5th pick, and they ban out the drought, and they're gonna grab themselves the bounty hunter.
Bounty. Oh,
This
so
is
they've
a good
actually
pick.
sped up the game a bit.
Yeah.
I like it and I don't like it because now the Keeper has a lot of jobs to do, like in terms of picking out lanes. The Nature's Prophet always like split pushing and putting pressure on your towers. The Bounty Hunter doesn't really like, pick out lanes either, so that's a problem,
10
but I can
seconds
see how
remaining.
they can have a really fast tempo and they can like snowball the game
5
really hard. If let's say they get
remaining.
like 2 or 3 pickoffs on this Warlock and Nature's Prophet with the Bounty and the Storm, and Storm's item timing gets escalates, can be really.
Now select your
Liquid go for
heroes.
Ember. Guessing that's gonna be Miracle playing Ember? Yeah.
Certainly is, yeah. So Matu Medusa once again curves straight away onto the Warlock, mind control on the NP. Meanwhile, Boxy will be on the offlane bounty, Qualifier at mid on the Storm Spirit, Insania on the Coddle. Once again, looking forward to seeing another Insania and Coddle, Mickey Troll and Tiger Enigma. So pretty mean drops coming out from both of these teams. I like this Bounty Hunter pick. It gives them such a good ability to be keeping tags on this Medusa. They're going to be trying to follow her around, making sure they've got those eyes on the Medusa here. So yeah, Alliance, I've got to say, I think it's going to be a 2-0, honestly.
I mean, I definitely like Liquid's lineup this game a lot more than I liked their lineup last. It's more like I don't like Alliance's draft this game than I did last game.
Right, okay,
That's like last game they had Sanking and Tiny, the Coddle, right? This game they have like Bounty Hunter, Storm. It's not even remotely close in terms of like power. Let's see, and I feel like Miracle is gonna have a lot easier game this. And Ember is like a pretty decent hero at like holding down Troll Warlord and catching Bounty and Storm and stuff like that. Looking forward to it. I'm really interested in Warlock is gonna be able to accomplish, and I'm holding on to that. Gotta use that Fatal Bonds after the Troll ulti goes off.
We'll see
all
if it
gonna
comes into
focus
play
in.
this game. I'm really hoping it does, because that sounds absolutely hilarious. But yeah, it'll be remain to be seen whether that is a strategy they can pull off. Already live into it. Game number 2. It is Liquid versus Alliance here in the winners brackets finals of the EU qualifiers for the EPICENTER Major.
Prepare
Alliance
for
one
battle.
game away from qualifying to a major. They've had a rough year so far, and this will be a huge break for them and show that they're finally making some progress towards those DPC titles. Meanwhile, Liquid, they want to be restored to their I mean, they were just in the grand finals, and yet they're down 1 game to Alliance. It's not a timeline we're used to seeing. But, well, except only if you look at the start of the year. Liquid did have a rough start to this DPC season, but now they seem to be reformed to their former glory, and Alliance taking a couple of games off them. Quick pause to start things out, gives us a chance to analyze the lanes right now as it looks towards Storm versus Medusa in the middle lane. I believe this is slightly Medusa favored in this mid.
Yeah, actually, the last time I saw this matchup, it was actually no one playing Storm Spirit, and he like destroyed that Medusa. I'm not sure if one thing or yeah. If we think logically, like Medusa drains mana, he has like some rate bans. It's just like Medusa just gonna push out the mid lane, get XP, and then. But what's interesting for me is like this Enigma's item build is different. He has 4 Clarity Tank. He's not pulling that penalty is doing.
Oh, so
30
selfish.
seconds to battle.
Yeah, it's the downgrade. It's actually so huge, like 2 HP versus 6 HP.
Yeah, it is a big difference. But it kind of suggests that Enigma might be looking to get involved a little bit more in this bottom lane. If he's got these tangos looking to maybe take some harass damage and try to get some trades in.
And it seems like they're actually gonna change the lanes. Like they're gonna send the troll and the Kato bottom. Isn't it like so funny that Liquid have played like 11 straight games of aggro tri lane? It doesn't matter what heroes they have. They just let mind control sit in the safe lane solo.
They believe it's better right now.
Been their strat, yeah. I mean, I think it's better for their team because Liquid is this team where they need all 3 of their cores to be enabled, and they like to play like away from each other. So what's the best way to do that than your offlaner in the safe lane where he can guarantee himself some experience, than being offlane, giving free farm to the carry and being a lot longer.
Yeah, it does seem to be the operating theory behind Liquid strategies so far, and we'll see what they can pull off with Miracle up here in the safe lane, helped out by GH and Kuroki. Yeah, the Warlock hasn't actually picked up a spell yet. Usually, I guess we start with a Shadow Word. That's what it used to be, where you can kind of heal people up and.
Yeah, you definitely still start with Shadow Word. That skill has a lot of value.
I mean, you know, it's definitely better than Fatal Bonds or people, which are both pretty useless in lane.
What just happened?
So the Kodo and the Troll are going bottom, so that they want. Bounty Hunter skilled Invis, so he doesn't get seen by lane. Oh, he's gonna go for the courier?
He's actually got the Ring of Regen.
He's gonna go pull the next creeper.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this? The offlaner pulling the lane from the safe lane?
No.
Time.
I haven't either. He doesn't even need to attack a creep either, as he just waits for the Shadow Walk to run off, so.
Here's the Warlock. He is warding but the Enigma's actually jungling on the left side. Jeez, Alliance is like really far ahead in this. In terms of, you know, what they want to do. Oh, the creeps have pull it all the way.
Yeah, you had to escape from GH. Didn't want to take all that harass damage coming down the river, so yeah, just trying to lane up here. But look at the damage coming out of the Boxy there. He shows himself for a second, and he's down to 50% HP to GH's right-click damage and the shackles. It's just too much for Boxy to handle.
You know, sometimes I'm thinking like, what patch is Alliance playing on? Because look at Mickey, he has like 3 mangoes.
Yeah, this is old school.
Yeah, and then they're playing like Caudle, they're playing like Tiny Caudle, and Beavers, like they're so interesting that they're playing like all these strategies for previous patches, and it's working out really well.
Yeah, same as Kuro as well, playing the Warlock and then just trying to run down this Troll Warlock. This is a completely different meta, but this is what, you know, is really cool. Even in the qualifiers, you have your own little meta developing between all the different teams, different heroes becoming stronger, and everybody kind of just watching each other and trying to evaluate what's coming up next. The Matu.
Now this Ember is just farm, Bounty Hunter just got blasted, so top lane is like... Miracle is gonna have an amazing time up there. Mid lane, we're talking about that matchup. It seems like Dusa really cannot deny many. Yeah, he's there. It's pretty even lane. It's not like the no one game at all. No one was like smashing that.
Yep, just no one things. Qualifier unable to replicate the same success, but it's still going pretty well for him, to be honest. 14-2 for a lane, which we said was maybe not in his favor. Yeah, Kuro dropping pretty low as Mickey is trying to chase him down here. He's going to have the axes for him, but doesn't want to chase under tower. Mickey not willing to risk giving up first blood, especially not against this Prophet. Never underestimate how much damage of Nature's Prophet can do, especially with this Blightstone in pocket.
Do you notice that mind control is actually...
Yeah, that's a lot of Prophet he's been playing.
Whenever I see players like this, it's just so intimidating. Oh, top lane, Bounty Hunter.
Oh no, we were looking at the middle. Well, nice shout out there as Boxy does actually get run down. There's a sentry, and that's all it takes. One sentry, and they're able to get the kill onto the Bounty Hunter. Meanwhile, at mid, they're going on to Qualifier here, but he's going for the TP out immediately, and there is no response. There's no stun available, so he'll be out.
Kind of concerning for the Bounty Hunter, because typically, like, Bounty is actually really good against Ember in the lane. Ember is gonna, like, stop lose his gold, but since he has this head start in the lane, I wonder if he's gonna... But he does have the Ring of Health and the Ring of Regen now. Sitting in lane with like 10 HP.
Mind control.
Enigma.
Sees Insania in the river. Forces Insania to use his TP back to base there. Because they tried to set up for the runes, and now Mind control start looking for Nike as well. Harass him out of lane a little bit whilst the Coddle is gone. Meanwhile, up at top, Boxy's still just trying to lane as best he can against GH and Miracle. It's such a high damage lane, it's very tricky for him to really just stay alive, but the creep wave's nice and close to his tower, which helps out a lot, so be able to get a couple of creeps here there. The shackles come out. Miracle and GH, so they... No, this is just harass.
Bounty runes.
Though he comes forwards again, and Boxy once again under these shackles does again get out. God, it's close though. Miracle.
He has so much HP regen. He's completely just burning all the mana.
Snatched from your grasp.
He's actually covered in this lane really well. He has even more experience than H gets one bounty rune, bottom, Rocky. They're gonna get 4 bounties on Liquid.
Yeah, it does seem that way. All of them going over to Liquid, gonna help them get a bit of a net worth advantage.
Mid lane.
Oh, they're going in. Qualifier, no TP this time around. He's trying to get under the tower. The right click damage is coming through. The armor bonus from the tower helping out a little bit with the fairy fire as well. Mind control, he's not done. He needs another couple of clicks onto Qualifier here, and he will find them. Mind control runs him down and gets that rotation onto Qualifier in the mid. Meanwhile, Miracle gets a kill, but now in trouble himself as Tiger rotates over with the Eidolons and quickly gets the return kill, which I'd say is very much worth it because Tiger got himself 475 gold for that, which brings him pretty close to his Helm of the Dominator.
But he has it already. It's on the Bounty Hunter.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got it there.
Mid lane.
Easy.
Mid lane, they're trying to apply some pressure with this catapult wave. They're doing a pretty good job because they brought the Coddle in, and this tower's taking a lot of damage. The catapult still has full health, so... Meanwhile, Warlock bottom getting dove. Warlord.
Okay, just going pretty crazy.
He's also
right
applying
now.
pressure bottom as well. Alliance is doing a really good job because this Enigma got his Dominator, is really fat. Defended mid tower, and they're also applying pressure bottom.
Yeah,
even though they lost 4 bounty.
Map.
There's Tiger's like so strong right now. Miracle is like only level 5.5. He can't actually hold his tower.
I mean, look at these last hits as well. If you kind of discount Tiger because he's been jungling, but either way, you've got him still pretty farmed up, and then Qualifier right behind him, and then Mickey right behind him as they go in deep. GH will be falling here. Tiger grabbing that sneaky kill. They're looking at Miracle as well, Heroes. Miracle looking at Boxy. I'm not really too sure. They're kind of just skirmishing a bit here. But Tiger gets the tower. He's just going to work in this top lane, and he's even going to be able to get some damage up onto this tier 2 as well. Catapult's still alive and kicking. The Eidolon's happy to tank a bit of damage for that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They have to use Glyph just for the tier 2 tower. That's pretty big. So now the tier 1s on the other sides don't have
that's all.
Glyph available.
Both immediately swinging down to look at that bottom tower, hanging around at about 500 HP. It's definitely going to be tempting. Coddle is going to be the first one to TP in for Alliance. Let's see if they actually go for it, but they're actually still hanging around at top. Miracle, not particularly healthy right now. GH backing him up, though. He's got plenty of disables to hold back the forces of Alliance, but they're happy just to get as much damage on this tower as they can here, actually getting it fairly low. Considering it's 7 minutes 30 in, and that's a That's a tier 2 tower taking a ton of HP.
My control is like 1 XP from having sitting in base waiting to see where he can go next. That was really impressive by Alliance to like keep pressuring top even though it's like 6 minutes in the game. Because they know that nobody on Liquid side can actually come there.
Tower has been denied.
Yeah.
Level 6 on.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, a little bit, maybe a little bit of a misplay as Boxy's being chased around at top. They actually used the dust on him here, but Boxy managed to avoid it. Are you happy with that one?
Miracle's pretty triggered.
I mean, anybody is. Any carry playing against a bounty hunter, just like, it keeps hitting me, and there's nothing we can do about it. Meanwhile, Tiger finds Kuro again. Tiger is just an absolute monster this game, honestly. He's probably leading the net worth. Yep, that's it. Leading the net worth chart, 3,700 gold, ahead of Matu even on the juicer. And he's just been taking towers, finding objectives for his team, and doing ridiculous amounts of work on this hero.
He's actually way higher level than
Radiant's
most.
bottom tower is under attack.
I wonder if it has something to do with then starting in the left side of the or camps
Dire's
connect
structures are fortified.
where in the right camp it's right in the right triangle there's a camp, so any that's why he has a lot more X. But he also has 3 kills. That also could be a
Yeah, it's a fairly big factor. And the tower does get denied again. So mind control on the ball with these deniers, taking both these bottom towers down himself. But
I mean, they still got the 2 towers, so that like that's very, very big. If Lions, you just open up a big part of the map, you can farm so much, and Liquid are gonna feel so uncomfortable being in bottom area where they don't have any towers to cover. Look at how Mind Control's farming. You see someone farming like that 9 minutes in the game?
no, he's scared.
Don't. Like he's so scared for his life. He's like running back and forth trying to bog people, but there's like nobody there. But the fact that 2 of their towers are dead, they can't do anything. They're just gonna trade 2 bounties.
So, I mean, normally whenever you're in these kinds of game and your bottom towers get taken and there's a lot of pressure coming at you, you're always pretty scared about getting ganked. With a bounty hunter in the game who's just at level 6, you are terrified of getting ganked, and this bottom lane becomes an almost uninhabitable zone as Matsu's kind of farming. They've got this observer ward here, but that's probably the only camps he's really going to be going for right now, unless he sees some heroes appearing on map.
Medusas typically don't like to go down there anyway. They like to play in the triangle, and that ward really helps them because he can hit the camp on the high ground there.
Yes.
Just from the low ground. Can bring it down and just farm both. He's very happy about that. That ward is also helping Liquid like cover at least this small portion of jungle.
Now seen by Boxy.
They're trying to make some kind of play happen on Liquid so they can like utilize their fighting hero.
Tiger actually hasn't in this room, but they use the dust onto Bounty Hunter. Tiger's getting into position though. He could get 2 inside this black hole. He's looking for it. He's got it set up, and in he goes. Catches just one. No, never mind. Kuro goes into it as well. And that's going to find him the kill onto the Ember. And Kuro's soon to follow. And 2 track kills going the way of Boxy. A fantastic start to this Bounty Hunter's life.
Wow. Kuro was actually 3 experience away from hitting level 6. So
oh no.
If they got that kill on the bounty hunter first and he got his ulti, they could have actually maybe turned that fight around because they killed those 2 heroes with the black hole.
Dust comes out, but they're still looking to fight. Boxy walking onto the high ground here, but able to phase out of those snakes. Very useful as the snake comes in. It's too many snakes for Boxy, but he is able to get himself away.
Liquid is so mad right now. Look at the way that they're like running out trying to kill people. They feel as if they're being suffocated. All the lanes are being pushed into them and they can't have enough disables to hold down any of Alliance's heroes. They're also like mosquitoes, you know, this bounty hunter, even you dust him, he's so fast because of his movement speed. He just walks away from you. Pretty tanky as well. It's got like 1,000 gold right now. And this Kodo just non-stop staying top, pushing out the lane. They can't actually take the top tower either, so they feel like they're not entirely sure what they should do with the other 4 heroes. Because the Medusa is just gonna farm, right? The four of the heroes on Liquid side, like where can they make space?
Are fortified. Radiant's middle
Yeah, I mean, the
tower
two of them,
is
and
under
he's getting a
attack.
lot for the time being, but how much is actually going to continue as we walk into this game? It's just the advantage going more and more in Alliance's favor. Marty's going to need space. He's not going to be able to fight very soon.
They're really waiting for Alliance to like make some kind of mistake where they can utilize this Warlock's ultimate. Oh, Oxy, hot bro.
Yeah, they've got the blast. I'm sure he's not getting out of this one. They've got the shackles up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Beating down Boxy. Miracle finds the kill, and Liquid finally deal with that pesky mosquito keeping coming in and stinging their heroes, but they catch him off guard. All right, that's fairly good for them.
Ember Spirit, new Ember Spirit build Guardian's Light. Miracle actually opted to level up the Searing Chains, line up desperately, or else they're not going to be able to. Auto just stop blasting. Are they going to catch him? Holy. Got
the sprout onto him. Boxy's coming over, but I'm not too sure what he can do.
Willow in.
Yeah, he's going to throw it down onto the three heroes here just to try and help himself survive, but he's actually blocked in by the trees. Beautiful blocking coming in, and with that curse, they should be able to finish off. Fatal Bond's going to work. GH, though, he's dropping kind of low, but pops the dust, turning it around onto the Bounty Hunter. Where he gets a hit, and yes, he does. Boxy getting money, but then the Rather Nature comes whipping through, and Mind Control gets the kill onto the Bounty Hunter. But now Liquid can start looking for this top tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Tiger takes mid.
I'm surprised nobody on Alliance actually TP'd for that, because that was a really nice ulti by the Kato. If they had +1 hero there, maybe they would have been able to fight, but they could have been worried about the Warlock's chaotic offering coming down. Trying to avoid. And you can see his skill build. Kuro. Max out the Fatal Bonds.
He certainly did. You know what he's trying to do this game, don't you?
Yeah, and also one thing about the Fatal Bonds is it's really good with the natures.
Mind Control TPing in here. They're looking onto Insani, but Mickey's right on top of him here. And there comes the Warlock ulti, dropping down the golems, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty clean disengage.
Can't fight.
See, the Shadow Word on Insania. Oops, Storm jumping in. Quick Fur, he's ready to roll, but GH is going to come in and turn him into a chicken, and now the shackles come down, but a black hole onto 4 heroes! That is very, very nice. As Mickey comes following up, the damage onto the juicer. Is it going to be enough, though? He actually turns Mickey to turn, but no! The glaive comes flying in from the Bounty Hunter to finish the job, and now the Hag's out onto Troll. Looks like Alliance might still be in some trouble. Troll not out of the woods yet. He's actually killed, and Tiger trying to juke himself around here. Not quite happening, though. Then comes Bounty Hunter coming in from behind, seeing what he can find as the Shuriken comes bouncing around onto 3 heroes, but the Hex comes out onto him. Insania doing his best to try and help out his teammate, but in come the damage from GH, and Boxy's going to get finished off, and Insania just gallops his way behind the tower, but still being chased. Miracle, he's got the chains. Mind Control here as well. They're going to make it a full 5-man wipe, despite the 4-man dream black hole. It wasn't enough. They didn't have the follow-up damage, and Liquid just take advantage.
The seeds of
Yeah, I was really curious. What was the Storm doing? Why did he zip in there? But then came the big 4-man black. I think he wasn't able to get the Midnight Pulse off because he wanted all the heroes inside the hole.
Yeah,
and they really lacked the follow-up damage to be able to kill the heroes in there. And this is the kind of mistakes that Liquid were looking for to get themselves back in. And right now, I feel Liquid have got into a more commanding position. This farm wasn't even slowed down considering that she died there. Still very, very farmed, and I think Alliance hurt themselves quite a bit. A little too trigger happy there.
Well, Mind Control setting up for this Orchid here. Boxy just throws a Shuriken at Mind Control. He said, Mosquito just gnawing the hell out of Mind Control right now, getting 2 points of money stealing, and cancelling his TP once as well, so Mind Control just seething in base right now. Absolutely livid. Marty just trying to hit some creeps in the lane. We'll take a Illuminate or 2 here from Insania. Not a big deal. He's got plenty of health to basically just face tank all of these. Alright, so what kind of position does this now put Liquid in? Because Alliance just went for a big fight, got a great black hole off, but still didn't take the fight. Which was weird because they were pretty far ahead. We were feeling pretty good about Alliance until now. Oh, Storm going in deep. They're looking for somebody here. Will they have the damage to finish him off? No, Mind Control actually lives through this. They didn't have enough follow-up damage, and the mech saves the day. And now the upheaval, Kuro slowing them down. That's about all he can do, though. Lions are able to escape as Boxy gets up onto the high ground. Looking maybe towards the middle lane.
Yeah, Lions have decided that it's not a really good active move. Contain them better, and even if they fight, it's not like
Radiant are scattered.
so they've gone back to the bottom lane, playing that area, trying to farm up the Pro Warlord. Still doesn't have his diffusal blade that he
Dire's top tower is under attack.
went for the
Dire's
Yasha
structures
first.
are fortified.
A lot of pings coming out here. They're picking up these wards over by Roshan.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a very slow pace in the game right now as we hit the 2k gold advantage
Dire's
for
top
Liquid.
tower has
They've
been
got their
denied.
Medusa, so they're happy just this game to kind of fall off pacing wise for a little bit. Allow Matumban to get some creeps. Looking for the Scaddy next item. And meanwhile, Miracle, he's going in pretty deep here. There's a lot of Alliance heroes in for this one, but they're going to force him back to his remnant. Storm though, looking forwards. He's got Kuro inside the Electric Vortex and Sanya backing up as well. Breaking down the cooldown, but oh my god, Storm just disappears. Liquid tear him a new one. And Insania, he's not looking too healthy either as he's been run down by Miracle, making it look easy. What was all that damage? The golems, the sleight of fist, everything just came down on the Storm. Gets instantly blown up.
I mean, the Storm doesn't have a lot of HP. He's sitting on interest. Really hard for him
Dire's
to
top
fight
tower
there.
is under attack.
Oh, Kuroki.
Kuro did get
There's a
caught out on the
back
backlines here. Mickey debuting this diffusal blade to get himself a kill onto the Liquid support. Meanwhile, Miracle goes for TP out to find a singular tree. No cancels available though, so he's going to be alright.
That golem. I mean, that was definitely worth. Lance kept sitting down in this bottom lane and farming up.
Do you see that drawing from Miracle on the map? He just scribbles all over the top lane. What do you expect he's saying from that?
Just gonna stay top, guys. Just don't come here.
Do it!
Meanwhile, Boxy and Qualifier are able to find themselves a little snipe on mind control here, but they're looking for the Medusa. They're even going to commit the black hole for it. Mickey does have the damage to rip through him. But Superman just going to fall. Wow.
So they actually
nice.
attacked two sides of the map at the same time. They were going on bottom and then went straight for the farming the 8. Knows that 20 minutes boundary after the boundary spawn and the
Yeah, really good from Alliance, just taking fights at different spots in the map, trying to split things up a little bit and divide the
Radiant's
attention.
middle tower is
Even with the
under
Black
attack.
Hole, they feel like they're not really as strong when it comes to team fighting, so they just kind of, yeah, they don't team fight. Assassinate instead.
Without the Warlock ulti up, Alliance is very comfortable. Kind of moves. That ultimate is. I would say though, like as this game progresses, if Liquid farm at an even pace, their heroes are going to become much stronger. Alliance isn't.
Agreed.
Especially
yeah.
with the Fatal Bonds. Fatal Bonds is like a huge spell. Kuroki also has Midas already up, so they're in a pretty good spot. Even though the Dusa died there, it feels like Alliance are always bringing back Liquid. They actually haven't broke high ground or got any game-breaking kill.
Not yet, no. And they're going to go for a smoke now. Liquid, they, oh, accidental pop on the shrine.
So the Warlock ult is up again, and that.
Yeah, been used perfectly twice now from Kuro to be able to secure themselves some fights. And they want to use it perfectly again. Tiger wandering around this bottom lane, but they're actually pinging out Matu here. Tiger coming in, and there's a big zip coming in from Qualifier as well. They've got him inside the Electric Vortex, does get the Stone Gaze off. Storm Spirit frozen up for a little bit, but should be able to continue chasing Matu here very shortly. But there's an initiation round on the backlines as well. Liquid trying to jump onto Boxy. Boxy running himself out the Wrath of Nature, and the damage comes through from Liquid. They get the kill onto Boxy, and Boxy finds nothing. They try to go for the track kill onto Medusa, but unfortunately, it just ends up up going badly for them. And still, this Warlock ulti remains.
They still have opportunities for plays now. Onto block together.
I'm guessing this plus 60% XP gain talent on the Warlock makes the Midas so much more valuable, right? It's gonna be zooming through the levels. Yeah, he's had some really awesome talents as well.
I think saving the tome, right, for when he's same, like even if you use the tome now, then when you hit level 15, like you're just gonna hit level 15 faster.
Yeah, for me, I don't know why he'd save it, but I'm not sure. I'm sure he does. Meanwhile, they're jumping in though. And the Spirit, this is the Orchid reveal, and they're actually going to find themselves a kill. Miracle was not ready for that. Alliance gang up in the middle lane and taking themselves down an Ember Spirit.
He actually had Orchid earlier when they went on the.
Oh, really?
Maybe he did. I'm not sure, but that's the first Orchid reveal. Like the Ember Spirit is gonna have to change his item build now because he's going for the Radiance, but he can't really do that. He wants to split push and push his limits. Because anytime he shows on the map, if the storm zips in with the Orchid, he's gonna die.
Oh, they go for this push. And they actually just immediately silence up the Nature's Prophet and get on top of him, and this might well be a kill. The Hex comes in from the high ground, but it's not enough. Oh. Shan getting the bashes in, but okay, we'll be able to finish the job. Now running around with his Aegis, but not much HP to speak of. Meanwhile, Qualifier finds another one onto GH, and Boxy's just chasing Matu back into the base, stealing his money. This guy's so annoying.
Keto. Actually, that's what you call a game-breaking death there. Where it died middle.
Yes.
That killed, and they also lost Shadow Shaman and top of that. It's like this game just going back and forth in terms of like who's coming out ahead. Kuroki still haven't been able to use ulti plus 5.
Yeah, he hasn't really been in a great position to blow anybody up or turn a team fight around. It's just waiting patiently.
That means Alliance have adapted and evolved into the trying to avoid fighting into Liquid head-on, and they're like splitting them up on the map first and picking them off in that.
Yeah, when you have the vision of the bounty hunter, you know, those tracks and the storm for the long-range initiation as well, it's pretty easy to do that. So it's more on Liquid to try and bait Alliance into these situations where they can turn it into a team fight and force Alliance into engaging in them. But honestly, Alliance might be okay with that right now. They've got a BKB on the troll, 10 seconds. They've got an Aegis as well. The ability to fight is very strong in Alliance.
Walk up from Quid.
Yeah, they want to take this fight. Mati's going to get popped here. I don't think much is going to come of this. I say that. They're actually chasing deep here. They're going on to Matu here. They've got the track off on Tim, immediately purged off by the Manta, but Qualifier following up as well. He's got the Electric Vortex as Mickey just starts to get these further stacks up onto Matu. Meanwhile, they've actually got Bounty Hunter locked down. The Ignis going to buy him a little bit of space as the ultimate view, but he gets Stone Gazed up. The Stone Gaze up on Medusa means that Mickey can't really do much. And he's still chasing here. Mickey not going to find much for his efforts, and maybe could be in some trouble now as BKB wears out. He's got an Aegis, but they need to try and find a way to fight this one. Meanwhile, Tiger still holding off on that black hole for the time being. He gets cancelled by the Maelstrom, but it looks like Troll Warlock will be losing his first life here, but in they go with the black hole. 3 heroes once again, but Hex down does cancel it out, but is it too late? Down comes a Golem, so they're still trying to fight it up. Mickey looking for a target, but he's actually just backing away, it looks like. Miracle comes in, they realize this fight is lost. Tiger and Quaker both falling, and Troll manages to sneak away and TP out. Once again, the black hole means nothing, and the Golems mean everything. Warlock, absolutely, what a hero.
That was actually insane because Ember was like baiting his body a lot and trying to force the Alliance to fight them, and they did, and he just bought back to secure the other kills for Liquid, and it was really important he did that because Pure Alliance was trying to like run away with this game and they couldn't really get the right fight, so he needed to do something drastic like that where he had to bait his body and buy back. It worked out because they killed 4 of Alliance heroes, they take the bottom tower, and they're giving some more spaces. Still almost has his relic, so he's actually not changing his item build whatsoever. It's not gonna adapt to the.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, if he gets away with the Radiance and then he gets his next cycle, this Ember Spirit is gonna be unstoppable.
It's really gonna hurt. I mean, he's definitely gonna get his Radiance at some time soon. You've got the lion's share of the money out the way, and Lions can now look for something else. Is when it gets to late game, is it's I mean, I'm sure it's not just completely over for Alliance, right? Like, it's still going to be a very close game, I think, because you've got the Troll Warlord and the Storm Spirit, who does come into his own in the late game a bit.
Yeah, but Dire is more reliant on their BK. The longer the Troll Warlord, it's going to be much more harder for them to fight. And the Warlock's Fatal Bonds, like, is going to become stronger when the Ember Spirit gets his Radiance on there and like that. They also have Dusa, Switch Shot, they have Nature's Prophet, Wrath of Nature. At some point, if Alliance get like 2 or 3 heroes Fatal Bonded, it's going to be so difficult for them. They always have to retreat.
Line Control just hanging out in the top lane. They're going to push it in a little bit. A team coming up behind him. Maybe it's a bit of a bait here from Line Control. But no one is interested from the side of Alliance. They see that tasty prophet in the top lane and they do not want anything to do with him. Locating the honey trap and moving over to a different lane since the bottom lane pushed in. Mid as well, they can start to get some damage on this tier 2 tower, and there's no tower to push up at top except for the high ground, so no real threat to Alliance, they view it as anyway.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Liquid have trying to like push out one lane because he can't actually do it by himself, right? He's always afraid of the bounty hunter.
Yeah, and even if, you know, sometimes in those situations, if you do die, then it's still worth it, but in this particular situation, ooh, they're picking out Boxy. The dust comes out, it does connect, and they've got the Sprout as well. Long range, Boxy beats through it immediately and uses those drums, plays those bongos, gets himself away. Buzzes off.
Dota. Just has Quelling Blade, drums, gets double dusted, doesn't care, walks away. Like, but the problem is, like, this bounty hunter, you know, he's not that farmed, even though he's the position 3, right? And the Enigma was actually the... Enigma's really pulling his weight.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tygo's always been ahead on net worth the entire game. I don't think there's been a single point where Bounty's been ahead. Maybe after that big engagement when they got a bunch of kills and the track gold and such, but I don't think so, honestly. Tiger has always been big.
It's hard. Yeah, he hasn't been able to get that attack.
But Liquid, they just hit a big timing. The Radiance is up, and they've got the Chaotic offering.
Radiant's courier.
Like, heroes are gonna melt. Oh, big mosquito plays.
Well, you got the courier?
Courier.
TP'd himself away to safety. Alright, well, dies on the return there, so didn't actually lose anything of value from it, but still going to be a little bit of time where heroes having to TP back to base for their items. Always annoying, but a bit of gold for the team as well.
So now if there's a Fatal Bonds out, then Ember one slight, everybody's gonna melt so fast. Radiance and...
Yeah, really just going all in on this whole spread damage thing, aren't they?
Watch this thing. And look at Kuro, he's actually about to hit level 20. Got the next tome ready. I wonder if he actually hits level 20. It's gonna be like level 9.
I don't, he's not going to hit level 20, is he?
Then he's gonna have the summon golem on death. That's...
Although... Oh yeah, I forgot about the XP gain. Yeah, that's a huge amount actually. Almost to 19, but they actually just jumped straight in. All the way, they found Kuro here with the track. He does have buyback. Certainly going to be an option, and they might want to consider here. Qualifier actually used the BKB for that jump as well. The tower is down. One more outer tower left for Team Liquid. It's Alliance still holding this gold lead. And that was a very big kill. I'm just talking about, I like the way he's just sitting here kind of like, you know, peacefully buying its tome, organizing its inventory, checking his XP, and then bam, storm on his face, track up, and dead in seconds. The orbital strike cannon of Alliance fires off.
That was like the best pick that Alliance can make. I mean, you know, Kuro is pretty high level, but it's also like a double edge. And he dies and he's a 5, he's gonna be a very long time.
Talking of high levels, how come Mickey is only almost level 25?
Farming, man. Farmville here. He's higher net worth than the...
He really has,
happen
which
very
is
often either.
yeah, very curious as he's actually gone for this diffusal blade build. I mean, they're more or less neck and neck, about 500 gold between them. But he's gone for a much more fight-oriented build here on Mickey, so really kind of surprised.
Yeah, this guy is very good at playing this hero. Build is like the best fight against it. Even you do get frozen, you're not frozen for a very long time. Diffusal blade is like the best damage output you can. Now he's going for the MKB. Like, she will die. The Dusa will die if you get her alone. Problem is, like, Alliance can't actually take a team fight on Warlock first.
Yeah,
And when the Warlock does hit level 20, they have to summon Golem on death. When he dies, they're gonna be stunned for a while, where like Liquid can always look to try and help Kuroki.
yeah, he's got the 2 braces, which actually bring him up to a fairly impressive 2,100 HP. A lot more than I would have thought. He's just trying to keep himself alive as much as possible, and I mean, pretty soon he's gonna get that level 20, which, you know, summon a golem on death or shadow word AoE. Which one do you go for? 1437.
Oh, the level 20? Definitely this Golem on death.
Yeah, bit of a cap.
I mean, the shadow word AoE is pretty good at like pushing out lanes. I've seen it before. Really, really strong, but like this kind of game where they're always looking for you, you're definitely gonna get Golem on death just for that mini stun, so the Ember Spirit can zip in and just.
Absolutely, and messing up the Storm Spirit as well. If he can't dodge that stun, then he's going to be in real deep trouble, and you don't want to throw down your Storm Spirit in order to kill a Warlock, so it's a real big threat as Liquid are into the Roche Pit right now. Nikkei leading the charge. He's not afraid of Martin.
There goes the mana.
Yeah.
This is the problem. Oh, okay.
Thanks, Cotto.
Cotto's got you.
Alright. The bro. The Eidolon's not lasting particularly long here. Nikkei throwing in the diffusal onto Matu here, just chunking away at his mana, but the evasion, okay, misses actually the majority of those shots from Nikkei.
Roshan is every. Whoever gets his Aegis is the aggressor after that. Really don't want to give this Dusa Aegis, that's for sure.
No, they do not. No, they do not. Mickey once again just coming in to smash into Matu as much as possible. Hex comes out, but he's got this Satanic SNY build, so it barely lasts any time whatsoever. And now Mickey looks into the pit.
Bottom. He's actually committing into this. Okay.
Okay, not afraid. Into Roche Pit. He's got the Ignis to kind of back him up, and Matu doesn't actually have a BKB, but they have to be really careful because Roshan is low. So Matu takes it very clearly. Oh, who's this on the backline? They actually catch a bounty hunter off guard here, but Storm comes ripping through, trying to bring down GH. Will be able to do so. He's going to be the first casualty to fight, but buys back immediately. But we're still looking for more, but this BKB is starting to run off. He's going to get himself down to the low ground. Signs out onto Mickey as well. Means that he's going to have to run, and Matu just straight into the pit whilst they're kept at bay. Mickey, though, he needs to find a way into this one. Tiger, he's got a black hole and a refresher orb. He might be tempted to go for this right now. They need to get in sometime soon. In goes Tiger. He's got a refresher orb. He's going to throw it down, but immediate golem right on top of his face. He's just going to get annihilated by that one. Matu takes Roshan, takes the Aegis, takes Tiger, and Mickey's probably going to die as well. He does manage to pop the ultimate, but he's pretty kind of locked down here, just trying to get a bit of damage off, but GH going to control him up for a couple of seconds, but down he will fall. Mickey is dead, and it's a bit of a chaotic situation for Alliance.
The Warlock god right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely should have thought about like sacking that Roshan because Storm doesn't have any mana and really cannot contest it, but they put so much value into it. And the refresher is also on cooldown.
Yeah, why did he use the refresher? He blinked in, a refresher orb, and then black hold. He already had the BKB going. Yeah.
Chubby fingers, you know? Chubby fingers.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling, yeah.
Dire's middle tower
Oh,
is under
Boxy,
attack.
he's looking for a courier, and he's going to find one with the whole Dragon Lance on it, so
Radiant's
pretty good
courier.
situation.
Liquid might just win the game right now because there's no black hole for a very long time. If they saw that the refresher is used already, they're just gonna walk high ground. They have the Aegis and they have all the damage they need. They don't even need this chaotic offering anymore. Okay, so they don't get to glyph the creep wave, so it's gonna be delayed. There's no more creeps after this. They're not gonna win the game per se.
Yeah, Storm
See if they can get some. See Storm, another mosquito hero.
you're really forcing this phrase in here, but I like it. I think it works.
It's like it's like Alliance's strategy, you know. No issue. Play the game out. Eventually, your opponent. Oh, here's the creep point.
And the one tilt, yeah, finally gets in, and Storm says goodbye. Although a bit of a misplay as they blast them out, keeping 2 of them alive. And Simon's gonna have to clear them off with the Illuminate. But the good thing is, Storm's not actually using his TPs for this. GH? Oh my god, Boxy's actually in. He's got a BKB, and he's just clearing up heroes. They're not dealing with Boxy at all here. Well, Kuro's had to run himself out as well.
At this point, Liquid doesn't know if the black hole is up or not. Most likely, of course, on it. Try to retreat. Oh, the golem's gonna drop one instead. It's gonna kill Qualifier if he commits, so he actually might just die anyway. Oh, that was a really clutch.
Qualifier is still going down all the same. The Ignis, they're gonna catch him right on the edge. Do they have the damage to keep him inside? Though they don't actually have any lockdown. Mickey sitting on the front lines, might need to get himself back here. Silence comes out, doesn't last too long thanks to that stable distance to keep him running himself away. Or maybe turn around if he wants to. The black hole comes in, lands onto 2 huge targets. Miracle and Matu trapped inside. Mickey doing the damage. Realm goes 1, down goes 2. Aegis is popped. Mind Control trying to hang around the outside of this fight, but they know who they want. And it is Matu here. He's gonna pop that stone gaze and force himself around a little bit here. He's actually trying to just bash it into Tiger. Now going for the TP out. They don't have
he can't stun him.
Cancel.
That was really nice play by. I was so sure that he was probably gonna die there as well, but Alliance had to like chase away the other heroes first before. If only there was like a chakra or something on that Enigma. Bottle was no. That was actually really impressive by Alliance because I think the black hole just came off cooldown and Liquid kind of like, you know, lost track that, oh yeah, the Enigma black hole might be up already, and then they lost the Aegis and they lost the Ember. That's really important that they lose the Aegis because the Aegis is the way that Liquid can go high ground. So for them to go high ground again, they need to like either wipe all of Alliance or need to get the next Roshan, so the game's gonna be delayed.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Yeah, it's a glimmer of hope for Alliance, and they are a little bit further ahead as well. Fairly confident at this stage, but you still have to remember Medusa plus high ground plus late game. It's a very difficult equation for Alliance to figure out.
Dire's top
So funny, Kuroki just revived and he's like a position 5. Such a hard life. So high level then. That many. Actually, he has quite a few items, huh? But his net worth is like
not really.
Midas.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the Midas and the Ghost Scepter. Was going for a Glimmer at some stage, but changed his mind.
Oh, Glimmer are definitely went for the Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, doesn't want to get soloed on the back lines of the fight every time.
Yeah.
Dire
Normally, in most games, Glimmer is the correct choice. Helps your teammates a lot.
Right.
A lot of magic damage, but this kind of game, now that they have all their BKB, they're gonna run into you. Ghost Scepter will buy you a lot more time. It's also gonna delay the enemy's BKB. Storm zips in, he has to commit BKB, right, to try and kill the Warlock. So when he clicks that Ghost Scepter, it's like 4 seconds to Storm BKB will.
One thing to note right now is that Storm has an Arcane Rune bottle. This could lead to a fairly nice fight from Alliance, but again, they still really don't feel confident taking fights on any kind of terms here with these this chaotic offering. Just a ton of AoE damage coming out from Liquid, which Alliance just aren't really sure they can fight into. They have the advantage, but it's really weird to see a team with a Bounty Hunter being so hesitant to actually go in for engagements.
Like when in Dota, normally at this late in the game, everything comes down to 10. So if there's no, oh wow, whoa, whoa, Qualifier, what are you doing there, buddy?
Going in really deep.
He went in for the creep wave, and he was TPing out, but he didn't time it properly. Then GH just blinked in and caught him.
Damn, heads up play from GH, but a big mistake from Qualifier as well. Can't really take that away. So actually, with Roche coming up, yeah, Roche isn't actually coming up soon enough for it to matter particularly. Although the lines are drawn, middle and top.
Might try to force a high ground play here because they don't know if like the Storm has buyback or not, right? So they want to test it, but at least like force him to buyback. They have Warlock ulti up, so could think about doing it. The only thing that can stop,
Dire's
like,
top shrine
that will
is
stop them
under
from doing
attack.
that is if they're close to some item. And Medusa
Dire's
does look
top
like she's
shrine
really close to her
has
data
fallen.
list and level 25. Ember's got 3k gold. So they got
Dire's
some really big
bottom
items
shrine
coming
is under
through
attack.
pretty soon. This NP also has 4.5k gold. They're just gonna kill the shrines during.
Yeah, get back to
Alliance.
this map. Force Alliance back into their base. Doing everything they
Dire's
can.
bottom shrine has
There's
fallen.
a Shadow Blade on Taiga now.
Yeah, he's really trying to look for these big black holes this game. Tiger feeling the momentum.
The rune of
Storm, only 20 seconds left until he's back into this one, so pretty painful to watch the racks being attacked and there is no
Oh,
response.
Mr. Mosquito, he got caught.
Oh, meanwhile though, deep into the base, and Sign is being chased by Miracle with that BKB, and they're going to bring him down, but also Boxy having to pop his own BKB, but this one is not really getting out. The right click damage from GH, Mind Control, and Kuroki. I mean, they don't have a lot between them, but they will finally bring down Boxy.
Okay, so the Storm didn't buyback,
Dire's middle
and now
barracks
his two
has
teammates who didn't have buyback just died. They're in a
Dire's
really
middle
bad
barracks
spot
has
now.
fallen.
Yeah, out of the frying pan into the fire for Alliance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top
Dire's
lane
top
under
And
tower
all,
is
fire.
all
under
off
attack.
of one big mistake. And we know that
Dire's
Liquid's
top tower
5v5
is
fight
fallen.
is already stronger, but now they're fighting 3 versus 5.
Definitely stronger. Mass not adding up right now.
Dire's top
Liquid
barracks
just
are under attack.
waiting for these creeps to come in. Qualifier going to try its best to destroy them here, I get. But there's two lanes, you can't destroy two at once, and Miracle's actually guarding this middle lane to make sure it comes in, so they just have to wave goodbye to their top racks here. Still 40 seconds until the Bounty Hunter comes back, because this might just be Liquid ending it. Silence out onto Mickey here. Mickey's in some trouble. Pops the St. Navigator and starts hitting trees, trying to keep himself alive. The Hex comes out. Gonna hold him back, and there's no chance for him to get back to base. He does have the buyback. Tiger sitting inside the Shadow Blade right now. Stun out onto the Ember Spirit. Mickey coming forward. The tier 4 is being beaten down. 15 seconds until the Bounty Hunter's back. Got themselves a little bit of time. Liquid, they're not willing to leave the base quite that easily as Mickey comes running forwards onto Matu here again, getting silenced up and trying to net the real Matu here as the Storm comes blinking around and the Hex comes out, 4 staff back. They're just keeping Mickey nice and safe. They need to deal with these creeps which are kind of hitting their base right now, Alliance. They are holding a little bit longer.
They held, I mean, they had to use the buyback control. Like, their Alliance was up 8k gold. Now Liquid's up 8k gold. So that's a 16,000 gold difference. That
This graph is crazy. This graph is absolutely
they're gonna
mad.
secure 4 bounty runes.
the seeds of fortune.
Yep, make it even more than 16k gold. In fact, getting much higher, especially with Roshan being up as well. I don't think Liquid will hesitate to take this, although Alliance aren't pushing their way forwards. They seem to believe that there's a Roche attempt going on here. Boxy pinging out Roshan. Are they really going to be able to sneak this one? I mean, Alliance, they're getting Roshan really low. Liquid.
Trents are not going in.
Liquid. Kuiper don't guard the pit. He's not doing it. Storm actually jumps himself up. They're looking for the Bounty Hunter, but Storm's coming in to try and help him out. They're just trying to distract though. Roshan is being taken. Mickey, get back into the pit. He's getting out of the pit. There we go. Gets back in. Finishes off Roshan, and that's going to be a refresher shard for Tiger. So 3 black holes if they really need it. And now they TP back to base. I can't believe they got away with that one. Meanwhile, Point Control actually going on to Tiger here, but Murky riding off the Tiger, but I'm not sure he want to go for this. The whole of Liquid coming in from behind. He's going to have to pop the ultimate, trying to chop up anybody he can find here, but they're balancing the aggro beautifully. Mickey can't find the right target. Now with that BKB going down, he's probably going to be in some trouble. Aegis is available, and Sania coming in to try and save the day. Will-O-Wisp is on cooldown after that little engagement there. He's also got himself a Hex, by the way. And Sania's been farming up so much. Just forced Hex. Easy peasy.
He's got that cast range talent as well, so it's gonna be pretty easy for him to just use that on the Ember Spirit if he ever goes in with really long cast range, that Hex. So they have Alliance have a win condition now. If they can somehow kill the Shadow Shaman. Okay, bottom lane. Profit. That could be 2 win condition. Make this Nature's Prophet buyback. I mean, same for Liquid, right? We already know Liquid has their win condition is the Troll Warlord, but he's got an Aegis now. And now 2 heroes on Liquid have died. Let's see if Alliance can push out these lanes fast enough to...
It's not very fast. I'm not gonna lie, Theben. It's pretty slow. I'm trying to get these lanes out, but yeah, still 53 seconds on the Prophet. I mean,
It's not like he has Battle Fury.
yeah.
Is Enigma level 25? No, he's not. If he gets to 25 and he gets the demonic conversion talent, like really.
Rune of
Oh,
double
Boxy, hello?
Looking
They're gonna start the fight. Oh, they just want the rune. Oh, they got the arcane rune on the Emperor Spirit. That's
Boxy just
huge.
hanging out in a really nice position, but yeah, double runes up on Miracle right now. You do not want to come near this guy. Sleight of Fist. It's gonna be pretty quick. The charge is restoring and the double damage rune. But Lions are actually going in on this. They're looking at Kuro here. Kuro, he's got Silence up. He's got the Agnes, but he might not even get a chance to use his ultimate. Can they bring him down in time? They need to just finish him off before he can get off. Yes, they will be able to do so. But meanwhile, Mickey controlled up. He has got the Aegis, which he'll be able to use now with Boxy running forwards. GH, well, they're just looking for the backlines, but Miracle with the double damage and just tearing its heroes in the black hole after about 2 seconds before Tiger dies. Liquid find themselves 3. They're looking for more as well. Mind Control will not be able to grab another one, though. That's costly.
I mean, that was like a 0.2 second black hole because the last hit from the Dusa before the black hole hit was a crit, and it landed on the Enigma after he got the black hole off. He actually just died. Yeah, now it's gonna be a really big uphill battle here for Alliance. 4 versus 5. No Enigma available.
Yeah, the one kind of saving grace that they had in these team fights. Mickey actually gives control up on the front line. I'm fairly sure he doesn't have buyback. He doesn't have buyback. He doesn't have ultimate either. He's just got to stay away. The Golem's still chasing. Meanwhile, Storm playing around a little bit here. He needs to get up. He's got no mana. He's got no knife. 120 seconds. I'm fairly sure that this game is over right now. Troll trying to come in. Troll trying to do something. But the Golems, the heroes, it's all just coming down on the Ancient right now. And they will get it blown up. But they take Alliance's throne and bring this game to a 3rd match.
Gotta say that.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Dire team ban.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Dire team ban.
Alrighty, let's play some ads.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Hello and
10
welcome back to the
seconds
EPICENTER EU closed qualifiers for the last time today, as we have the final match
5
in this best of 3
seconds
series between Team Liquid and Team Alliance, where both teams have managed to take a victory here, and it's all going to come down to one final
team
game.
pick.
My name is Nomad. Joining me is 1437, aka Thuban, aka 1437. How's it going, man?
Going good. I mean, 3 on our hands. And both last 2 games were pretty epic. One
You're
way or
cutting out a
another.
little bit.
Low test.
10 seconds remaining.
Sounding better.
That, but yeah,
5
Team
seconds.
Liquid.
very interesting because I think both teams, like, you saw how Liquid, when they were playing OG, you know, there was like mind games. Now they're playing against Alliance. It's like a whole different beast where like Alliance are the super quirky team with like really
Team
weird
Liquid
strategies, and Liquid suddenly have to like come up with their own weird strategies as well, where they last game they picked a Warlock that we've pretty much never seen, and they had like this really powerful Warlock Ember Spirit combo with Fatal Bonds and Chaotic Offering that can cancel the Enigma hole they were using.
Yeah, so that's a good point actually about the whole mind games thing. I feel like Liquid are almost outclassed by what Alliance put down, especially in Game 1. Game 2, much more even. I still think Alliance had a little bit of an edge in the draft, but Liquid playing it very well. And that Warlock absolutely doing it for Team Liquid last game.
Yeah, and now they're probably, I hope they will ban Warlock this time around, because that hero just did way too much work. He made Enigma way too uncomfortable. Like, Liquid can even pick Silencer, go for it. Like, there's such a big difference between Warlock and Silencer, because Warlock can deal a lot of damage with the Golem and the Fatal Bonds, whereas Silencer, his damage output is very minimal, and his only teamfight presence is his ultimate, pretty much. So it would be a really good idea if like Alliance would just ban that Warlock, because they had, I think, such a big impact, and Liquid are more like very likely to go for it again. It's a really good pairing with the Nature's Prophet ultimate as well. Like the Fatal Bonds with the Wrath of Nature does a lot of damage. They actually banned the Dusa instead. Okay.
They do. But we didn't see the combination, unfortunately, with the Troll Warlord and the ultimate connected to its teammates. Didn't happen. But we might get a second chance at this time around.
They might pick the Warlock again. I mean, Medusa was also a really good ban, because that's the other hero people really like to pick against Enigma.
10 seconds.
Makes it
remaining.
really uncomfortable for the Enigma to use Black Hole, and if he ever gets snaked, he's gonna
5
lose like
seconds remaining.
entire mana pool, and he won't be able to use Black Hole. So also, the Dusa definitely a really good ban there. Maybe if Liquid don't have another answer. I mean, what are we gonna look at now, right? They picked the Troll again. It's the same opener Alliance had in game. Liquid might want to go Razor this time around for
Team Liquid's
Matumba
turn to
Man.
pick.
talked about. They banned the Magnus.
Okay.
Lions don't have that.
Yeah, it's the Troll Magnus combo, you know, just giving him a free Battle Fury. Never something you really want to play against. Things can get out of control very quickly should that be allowed to happen. So Team Liquid now. They also play a lot of heroes which combo up really
10
nicely with the Magnus.
remaining.
They've got the Empower onto the Dark Willow, for
Dire
example, which
team
Tiger
pick.
plays. A few others which. Ooh.
10. Okay, so Kuro normally plays his hero when he wants to play a fast-paced game, and he likes to like get some levels, get the catapults, and start pushing towers. And normally he plays it against Magnus, but this game he actually banned the Magnus and then picked the Chen. Maybe he feels like Magnus Troll is like kind of a different beast already. So, I mean, what we know from these picks right now is the NP is definitely position 3. It's gonna be mind control. He's gonna play it in the safe lane, and Liquid is gonna go aggro Charlie with Chen, Nyx, +1 hero.
Seems to be the plan. Which +1 hero do they put in? Well, that's the point. Meanwhile, Alliance, 2 minutes left. They've got plenty of reserve time to get through. Time to start picking up some heroes. Anything you're expecting from them this time around? I mean, they've let the coddle through. They do seem to like that hero.
Hero, okay. I go for the Viper. So yeah, so Razor / Viper, these are the heroes that we suggested last game. They went for the Dusa. This game, there's no Dusa, so they do go for the Viper to counter Troll. It's really good because the Nether Toxin from Viper can move the Troll's passive, so he cannot build up stacks, and it's pretty hard. And then when he does use his ulti, he gets slowed down by the Viper's ult and the poison attack, and of course he also doesn't have passive. Troll cannot control of the really difficult hero for Troll Warlord to.
Yeah, it's a strong combination of skills to put up against him, and Alliance will need to have an answer. Maybe this time around you get the Battle Fury, you just try and farm it up, see if you can get Liquid into the position where you have the win condition hero, you have the late game. But with that 10th pick available for Team Liquid, I'm almost certain they're going to grab something which secures the late game for themselves, because it's just what Team Liquid like to do.
Exactly. They're just saving that last hero for game 3 of you can qualify or not to the major. You're definitely gonna bust out your best. So we've seen this one before, like from Liquid. When they played in the MDL major against picked almost the same identical heroes as this. Last year it was Juggernaut. Okay, instead of Nyx, they had an Earthshaker. So they had Earthshaker, Nature's Prophet, Chen, Viper. In that order they drafted, and then they last picked Juggernaut. But this game, I don't think they're gonna probably go for. It depends on the alliances.
Yeah, Juggernaut kind of fallen out of favor a little bit as of late, especially when you've got these heroes with some decent BKB penetrating lockdown. I mean, you know, the Enigma ultimate, obviously. Although Net doesn't actually go through the spin anymore, which makes it a little bit better against Troll Warlord, but still not a fantastic matchup. So, Alliance here with the 4th pick. I mean, they're probably not going to go. I guess they could go Coddle Jakira, but that sounds a little bit over the top.
Out of time. Oh, they go for the Kunkka. Okay. I'm not too sure. I mean, like, the Kunkka's gonna free farm middle, like Viper. Viper actually gives free farm unless he's. I mean, Kunkka. Maybe they just needed some kind of team fight and wanted some.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, and I should also mention, like, Jakiro is probably a huge downgrade from. Jakiro can give you some tower push potential with his air, but nowadays Jakiros have a really hard time getting experience. They're really like clunky, so easy to rotate on and go from the sides and like kill him. It's really difficult here.
Yeah, it's definitely an annoying one to try and sort out. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, they've got plenty of reserve time left, and they are going to use it to make Alliance sweat and make sure they bang out the absolute correct hero. Alliance right now seems to be looking for an offlaner who's going to be able to sit there whilst the Enigma siphons off the creeps. But they also need to find something which can really kind of lock Liquid in and make sure they don't get 10th picked here. I think you still want to get rid of the Brood. I mean, I know Kunkka's very good versus... Actually, nah, they won't go for it with Viper. That's already a Matu hero. So we're looking for the late game hero. TB?
Warlord.
Yeah,
10
is that
seconds remaining.
possibility?
Definitely they would have liked to
5
have
seconds
more.
remaining. Dire team pick.
Oh.
Yeah, so there it is. They banned that Juggernaut
Yeah,
because
they got
this
rid of
was the
Jug.
same Liquid draft. And when they pick the Kunkka, then the Juggernaut also makes more.
Yeah.
Kunkka can't cast his combo on get away.
All right.
Not
so-
really sure what
10
Liquid.
seconds
Maybe
remaining.
Monkey King could be a pretty decent.
Yeah,
5
it doesn't
seconds
really
remaining.
give them the late game they're usually after, but definitely gives them a lot of solutions to the problems which Alliance are presenting them with right now. Alliance down to the last few seconds on this offlane pick. Beastmaster's banned out. They could definitely go for the brew if they fancy it, and they certainly will.
Master.
Bruce pretty good at doing the Viper, so
Yeah, a bit of
now
control from the troll.
Liquid. But like, what hero is good?
10 seconds remaining.
They're gonna go aggro Charlie. What if they just pick the
5
Ember again? I mean,
seconds
Ember, it might not be the physical damage they're looking
Could they drow on
for.
Liquid?
Pocket can make up.
Oh, they go Sven.
But they go for the
Choose
Sven.
your hero.
Okay. Of course it was Sven.
Of course, it seems so obvious now.
Dude, yeah, it's so obvious. It's really good because against Brewmaster, you can just scale up your cleave, and you can just push him out of the lane. Damage, and then later on in the game, if the Brewmaster uses split, he's always like, it's hard for him to go past the Sven, because if the Sven hits you twice, your Brewlings are probably gonna die. Guess to the mid. That was a really, really good pick because the Chen and the Nyx, they kind of need these setup stuns. Utilize their better as well. Gonna see an aggro trial in with air code.
Oh, you sure that's a bold prediction with Liquid?
Oh yeah, both. I mean, 11 games in a row or whatever it is. What's stopping them from their game aggro trial?
Just running at them. I mean, I kind of feel like that could be the reason for the Jakira pick, though, right? Because this hero is pretty good in those trial lane versus situation.
I would say Coddle is still better. 'Cause
True.
he does more damage and he doesn't have to put himself out of position. Like if Jakiro is fighting a Trilane, if he gets stunned up by the Sven, he's gonna die. He's just gonna die. He's so slow in the laning stage.
Yeah, he's a bit
Stuns come
tanky
up.
though.
He is tanky, that is true, but it's like his mana pool is very small and he's really slow. Like, you know the change where they made where Int doesn't give you as much mana? Int heroes gain more mana. Ever since that change, Jakiro's mana hurt him a lot. He has like one less dual breath, and that matters a lot when it comes to level of game.
Flexing that level 25 Nature's Prophet run forward with his team there. Well, Jakira, only level 5. Puh. Useless.
Oh, fine.
Disgusting. Get flexed on, kid. Alrighty then, let's get into it. Game number 3. It is Liquid versus Alliance as they battle it out for that second spot in the major qualifiers. It's everything to play for right now. Are they going to be able to secure this out? I mean, Liquid, they want to be back. They're the grand finalists here. We know they have the potential to play incredibly well, but Alliance putting down such a fight right now, taking game 1, and with a pretty strong draft game 2. Just quickly, based on the two heroes, the two teams and what they've picked right now, who are you favoring?
I'm gonna favor Liquid. I think Alliance have pretty strong team fight, but Liquid can have very fast tempo. Liquid need to play super passive and not do anything for a long time for them to fall behind feeling. And I think the Troll Warlord is not gonna have a very good game later. Big Viper.
Alright, well,
30
I
seconds to
think,
battle.
I mean, you know, my boy Tiger, he's had a rough time so far. He didn't have a very good game last game on the Enigma. He tried to make the plays, got a couple of good black holes, but unfortunately in the late game just couldn't cut it. But I think he's now loaded up with the redemption energy. He's ready to put in a performance this game, so I'm looking forward to Alliance taking the victory in this match. That's my prediction.
Wow, Liquid
The battle
aggro Thailand
begins.
again. Who would have thought? Never
Wow.
have I seen.
Bold prediction pays off. Yeah, they're up here
Like
at
an
top. They've got the
oracle.
Chen, they've got GH, and they've got Miracle just hanging out in this top lane. Meanwhile, Mind Control will brick it up down bottom on this Nature's Prophet. So Alliance, I'm wondering if they're going to spot this. They're doing the same thing though. Actually, it's an Enigma lane, so yeah, Tiger probably just going to
is actually
the jungle
yeah. Qualifier is playing in the off lane and
with the Kunkka. Yeah,
Troll is going because mid lane is like a free farm lane no matter what. So for the
Roots and run.
so yeah, Nikkei versus Matu in mid.
they're gonna TP top, he's gonna but
Yeah, stun immediately thrown onto Boxy, but Insani is here to slow them down and keep them from damaging Boxy too much as he grabs a singular creep under. Oh no, eventually Insani will get it instead. Nice.
look at Jakiro, it's like 50 seconds in, he already has to use his clarity. That's
Yeah,
how
and it gets
sad
cancelled by GH as well. He wraps around behind the tower and gets the clarity cancel. He doesn't have any left. It's only mangoes now. This might be
He has
a,
like one nuke left before he has to use his mangoes already, and no one else in this game has had to.
and GH's going to
use
interrupt
that
the
much
pull as
resources.
well. Goodness me. It's feeling pretty bad.
Chen got a pretty nice creep. He's gonna bring it low, so he's gonna try and use 3 mud golems, but that creep is not killing it fast enough. He should
Yeah.
just go to the big camp if he
Yeah,
wants to get it low enough.
It's right here. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, you can just use the Holy Persuasion and get another one, so I don't...
Alright, that's also good enough.
Yeah.
Got 3, so they got 3 golems.
They're looking at Insani right now. GH happy to kind of fight this one. This Kuroki's coming in.
boy.
They're coming in quick. Here comes a first stone. Here comes a second and the third. So much damage and more. It just doesn't stop. The machine gun of rocks gets the kill onto Insania. Goodness me.
4 golems. Okay, in 20 seconds he's
Got
gonna have 4 golems. Know how much damage that is? Oh my god.
Boxy's running for his life in fear from these mini golems just chasing people down. He's also ended up with a Vol Assassin as well because he had to quickly Holy Persuade a creep to make sure he could get these more rocks coming in.
Got that poison damage going.
So, yeah,
okay.
they don't have enough, I don't think, to kill him. It's just,
So annoying.
it's just so annoying. He just got back into this lane. He's like nearly down to 50% mana and HP already. Bit of exaggeration, but still, he feels that way. He's having a terrible, terrible time. This Kuroki just bullying.
Wow, actually, Koikva is getting destroyed by Mind Control bottom lane. Yes, they didn't think this lane was gonna go so poorly. They probably thought that Koikva was gonna do just fine. Yeah, he's got 9 denies. It's only 3 minutes.
Yeah, Mind Control, kind of beating down Quake here a little bit.
He didn't go with the double style shield. Probably, you know, I mean, the lane gets better for the hits.
Yeah, exactly. The cooldown, the damage, etc., etc. But
Yeah.
for the time being, it's a little bit
Radiant structures
rough. He's actually going for a little play here. Do you have enough damage to bring down Mind Control? I certainly don't think so. Tiger's also coming in. He's actually being chased by GHs here as well. Oh,
GH
he's
just
grabbing
wants
the
to do
creep.
something.
Yep, one of those heroes. Super annoying. Very tricky to bring down.
Illusion.
And he even gets more annoying once he hits.
Miracle on the run. Tiger being surrounded a little bit
is
here.
he
Sun
dead?
comes out. I think he might be. Pulls down the Midnight Pulse, but ooh, nice picture actually. Torrent going to hold them back, but the right clicks are going to come in.
Mind
And that's
control.
going to be a kill, but the return kill coming in quickly. Koikva finds it, but it was much more gold coming out for Mind Control, so this is totally worth it for Tiger right now. It wasn't First Blood.
That was very, very much worth it. He really needed that comeback. And now he's got the chainmail. It's going to be level 5. He's completely fine. There's not much that Nature's Prophet can do to cut up.
You say that. With GH and Mind Control coming in here, they're doing a fair amount of damage to Koikva. He's just trying to run himself away. He's taking hit after hit after hit. Yeah, Treant's really getting in the way here, and Koikva comes straight back to the tower. Still chasing. They've got the Impale, but a big miss from GH is going to allow Koikva to get away here. Might have been able to get the kill had that connected, but it doesn't connect, and he will be okay. And now a TP back to
Yep,
base, going to get him nice and peachy again.
He has like 9 armor under a tower, even though he was hit. He has no problem. That was a lot that GH had to commit.
Yeah, he's pretty much, I mean, he's got the 2 mangoes, but the bounty runes, Qualifier, is he going to make it in time? Oh, it just about is. GH unable to stop Qualifier from grabbing that one bounty rune there, but Qualifier won't get the other one.
Mid lane is just free farm for both mid laners. No, this game, the Enigma's timing has been slowed down a lot. Like, he was level 5 at this time already. Just because the Nyx slowed him down just a little. So it's not gonna be able to pressure SRS. How's Miracle? Miracle's just, I mean, Miracle and Oxy, they have the same pretty. I was actually thinking that the Brewmaster is gonna have a hard lane, but he's doing very well.
Yeah, considering, I mean, they kind of moved the Nyx away fairly quickly, so it wasn't the aggressive tri-lane we're used to seeing, but instead, the Nyx assassin roaming around a little bit more, trying to just, you know, harass the Enigma a little bit, fondle him, stop him from being able to just freely hit all the creeps and put some pressure across the map rather than focusing all onto the top lane, but that does mean Boxy's going to come off pretty nicely here.
Wants to get his dominator now. Once the Brewmaster is level 6, then cannot sit in that. Really easy for mid lane. They're really gonna try and pressure him. Well, they have Viper
here. Yeah, there comes the Viper strike onto the Troll Wall, but the immediate TPs in response. He's getting himself out. Nobody actually commits to the TB, and
that was actually perfect by Liquid. They just did that to force reaction, and now they're just gonna try to take this time. Kunkka's TPing in though. He's got the bolt at the next wave. This is all just for reactions. They pretty much committed 4 TPs around the mid lane alliance.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And
their moves are going to be
in divine favor. They really need to bring this guy down because look at the damage he's doing to the tower right now. We've seen this
Miracle
before.
Is still defending top, making sure that the tower doesn't die so quickly, and now Matumban is going to rotate there to save the tower.
Yeah, they're really rotating the heroes for this. They don't want this to go down so easily, and they will save it indeed. Oops, he's just trying to get this Wild Wing Ripper here. It's worth 200 gold if you can find it, but it's going to be a long chase for Miracle. And, oh, Rather Nature just picks it off. Never mind. Meanwhile, Insanity in the bottom lane also falling. Very valuable Rather Nature there.
He just TP'd it.
Dire's bottom tower is under
His
attack.
micro on these trends is actually just... He always gets the blocks with them, and it's so annoying for these sports who don't even got boots.
The top lane, a bit of engagement coming on as they're walking onto Kuro here. They need a bit more damage if they're going to bring him down though. Boxy on top, but there's a divine favor on himself, just increasing his HP regen a little bit. Lance unable to secure any kind of kill up here, but Boxy keep on rolling into this lane. And Tiger as well, they're looking to really try and push this one down. Marty with the Max Xenotoxin, a very annoying target. He drops on the floor again and again. The damage coming through onto Marty with the boat as well. They might have enough to bring down this Viper. They're going to need a little bit more damage. Quaver running in as well, and Matu finally going to fall hit. Eventually goes down to Boxy, but now Miracle on the backlines gets a big hit onto one. Tiger as well, not really looking like he's going to survive this one. Boxy into the trees here. He's got to find a way out of this one, but I'm not sure he will. GH just chasing him. He's going to have a stun in 2 seconds, Boxy. What can you even do right now? He's going for a little run. He's just going to try and run them around as much as they can here. Liquid, though, they don't have a stun left. They actually used the Impale already, so that's going to be a free Boxy escape there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, Alliance losing a fairly costly fight up here at top, which is going to allow Miracle to maybe put some pressure on the tower. Say that, he's not even there anymore. He went down to bottom.
That was actually a pretty good fight for Liquid because Lions had to use their brew split. So it's gonna give them some breathing room to be able to just farm up, try to even apply their own pressure onto the top lane. It's not gonna be so easy for this Brewmaster to defend without his ulti up. Where's the Viper? Okay, there's no Chen Holy Persuasion ready yet to call the Viper. He's calling him in now. But they missed their opportunity to kill the Brewmaster, and they just...
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, Troll Warlord bottom also gonna get his own top.
Yeah, Alliance just making some easy trades here, but Liquid, they're 5-man up here. They are looking for another tower.
Dire's top
Siege
tower
creep
is under
held
attack.
by the Chen with this Divine Favor just does so much damage to these
strong.
towers. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they come with the Cinder Brew just trying to bring down these creeps as quickly as possible, and the creeps will die, but I mean the Siege creep just tearing it apart. Martu comes in to tank a couple of hits, everything to keep the Siege creep alive.
Crow's even going for Dominator
Radiant
on his
structures
hero.
are fortified.
Well, 10 minutes in, and
Just running in, huh?
Radiant's bottom
yeah,
tower
he's
is under
feeling pretty
attack.
brave, but Martu will see him. Viper Strike coming out immediately onto Qualifier here. Follow up with another Toxin as well, and taking so much damage on this Conqueror. He's going to need that run buff if he wants to survive this one. Doesn't get it, but he's just going to TP himself out, and there will be
no
no match on
stuns.
top of him. Yeah, this is proven to be a bit of a
okay.
problem.
Yeah, so the reason why he was doing that is because he saw the Sven already like jungling or whatever, and he sees the Nyx bottom, so he knows there's no stuns available top. So they were waiting to see if any of Liquid was gonna TP out of top lane, and they would just get picks. But instead they went on him, and he just TP'd out. So Qualifier just trying to make some space plays here. Miracle.
Miracle could be in some trouble. Some mid, but he's going to get out okay, and it's actually Liquid now turning around with the aggression. Another Toxin with the Wrath of Nature doing a fair amount of damage as they punch into this middle tier 1 tower. Ping's coming out onto it. Boxy coming in from behind. He's got the split available. Should they want to go for this fight? The X-Marks is out onto Mind Control as well. They seem to have this kill in the bag. It's taking a little bit of time. Mind Control, especially with the Warcry, tanking up a little bit more. Stun from the low ground from the Sven. Mind Control gets himself out with Divine Favor, healing him up a little bit as well. Still looking for kills here on Alliance. Martu might be the new target. X-Marks is out onto him, and a Troll Ward as well. Although he's now Viper struck up, so he could be in some trouble. G on the run here, but gets into the tree lines. Liquid, well, they lose one, but that's going to be about it. I say that. I mean, Boxy's still hunting, but I don't think he's going to have the time to finish off Mind Control here. Let's see. Yeah, Divine Favor from Chen should be enough to bring him down. They do purge it off instantly. Meanwhile, oh, Vehicle going in. They got the real Boxy held still here, and that'll be a death for him.
Dire's
Alright,
middle
gets
tower
denied.
has been denied. Radiant's
Very
middle
that was
tower
still
is under
consolation, but they get Martu, yeah.
I still think these kind of moves still favor Liquid. Alliance are expecting so much more from this early in the game, and feels like they're just trading for really unfavorable situations.
Dire
Yeah.
are scanning.
Wow, look at Insania. This is how you play Jakiro. He has 4 mangoes now, and those are not the mangoes he started with, by the
They're
way.
not.
He
They're
bought those. He bought those like a couple minutes ago. Oh, bottom lane.
Oh, Tiger caught in the jungle and brought down by the Spike Carapace of GH.
And this is not even remotely the same Enigma that we saw in game 2, right? In terms of his farming speed and the item
Why is he-
progression that he...
Why has he got a
Radiant's
kobold
middle tower
soldier?
is under attack.
Run, soldier, run! Mind Control chasing him down the high-speed chase. Realizing that is he trying to get he's trying to just
200
drag the
gold.
creeps back? I don't know. Mind Control waiting for the last hit on it. It's still giving him the run around here. Hide in the trees. Ah, it's dead. Mind Control gets it. Easy 200 gold.
I wonder what Kuroki's idea is with the Dominator. Chen can already get so many creeps. Maybe he just wants that one creep who's super fast and the HP regen for his allies. Pretty good.
He's all about the catapults. He just wants another catapult. I'm telling you. Triple catapult. Divine Favor them all. If only that was a talent. AoE Divine Favor.
Got 3 words right now. PN someone.
Yep.
Here, invis up. They're showing top. Now it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, trying to bait them in a tiny little bit. Nobody looking to respond though. Alliance holding back for the time being. Just want to clear out the creeps and that's about it. Not really going to be interested in taking a fight right now. So throughout this kind of laning phase, and I guess into the early mid game now, it's kind of just been Mickey off farming on his own. Miracle a little bit more active, but still pretty chilled as he gets himself the Midas. But Mickey quite close, only 1,100 gold. Make that 1,000 exactly gold for the Battle Fury. He gets that, man. It's going to be probably the fastest farming hero on the map. I'm not sure. Sven with Midas or Troll Warlord? Who farms faster?
Sven with Midas.
Radiant's middle tower
Got
has
cleave.
been denied.
Built-in cleave.
Yeah, once the Battle Fury's up. Still Sven?
Probably, yeah. Like the Sven is just so fast and so many more. Whereas like Troll, like can't actually fight, right?
Oh, what a torrent from Qualifier. Might not be enough though. Tiger still very, very slowed up here as they jump on top of him, and my goodness, Tiger ripped a new one. His onions are chopped. Meanwhile, they'll look towards the tier 1 tower. Qualifier just hiding in the tree line here. He's got a boat. He's gonna throw it in just to maybe clear out some of these treants here. Gets a couple. Maybe not exactly the boat he was looking for there, but the tower, it's gonna drop. Miracle gets the last hit on it as well. And onto the tier 2, they're not slowing down, they're going to want this other one as well. They've got the catapults, they've got the treants, they've got Miracle on the front line just punching it up. The macro power is going to be used, but I don't think it's going to do anything to save this tower right now. Even the fortify being thrown out as well. Really trying to keep this tower alive, but it's just not going to happen. Liquid, too much pushing power in this early stage. Kuroki Chen, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, this is the tempo that we were discussing earlier that Liquid want to play at, and now that they've got the key items that they want on their hero, they got the mech, got the Chen with the Dominator, and Nature's Prophet with drums. They feel so strong now. Everyone on Liquid is just getting a piece of that cake. Look at the Nyx, he even has more net worth than the Enigma. That can't be happening for Alliance.
No, that's a very bad situation indeed. Tiger, he doesn't really have anything beyond the Helm of the Dominator yet. He seems to be looking for a Blink Dagger here.
So hard for him to play. He really doesn't understand like what is happening at the moment, because he couldn't get that first tower for free, and after that he's always afraid of this Nyx assassin here on the map, and they always killed him every time they saw him farming somewhere.
And Liquid have absolutely zero intention of slowing down in this game as they're looking at this tier 2 at mid now. They're just taking tower after tower, moving from objective to objective. As they TP in Matsu here. 2 towers ready to go. They'll start pounding away on this tower. Boxy looking over to them here, just doing absolutely no damage though. Tiger actually steals one of the catapults.
Orchid up soon on the Nature's Prophet. That's going to be good for killing the Warlord as pop his battle chance. Also good at killing Brewmasters. So Crimson Guard. It's not going to have that initiate.
Are scanning.
Alright, so a 4k advantage for Liquid right now. Sven just farming up as quickly as he can, and same thing going on with a Troll as well. At least they're out of towers, right? Like Liquid, they've got no outer towers to take now. They can't really breach high ground. There should be a bit of a lull in the action until Roshan becomes a possibility. That's when I believe the next fight is going to come from. So Mickey just needs to get as much as he can. I love the way he's going for this BKB next, an item which just allows him to get into the fights and start really being a bit of a threat towards Liquid. Because right now with his Battle Fury, he's not really doing enough. It's just the farm ability he's got it for.
Yeah, there's no way you can play against Viper as a pro Warlord without a BKB. All his spells will just destroy you in the team fight, so definitely the correct choice. But Liquid is just gonna get a free Roshan.
I mean, this is actually
that Alliance can do.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They've got the one mid-tier tower to TP to, but they've got vision on their shrine, so maybe the TP's in for this one. They'll know about it. I'm not sure if the Lions don't care or if they can't do anything about this.
Oh, they actually cannot do anything about it. They definitely care that Liquid is gonna get that Roshan, but they just cannot do anything with the heroes that they have right now. Like this Jack hero is just absolutely a useless hero in this game until like Liquid decide to group up and get some nice skills on them. But for now, Liquid can just take over this map as they wish until the time the Troll Warlord has his BKB, Enigma gets his Blink BKB. I mean, Blink Dagger's okay for now. If let's say the Nyx and Sven are going on someone else, he can actually black hole the backline, and maybe that could create kind of good teamfight potential for. So I like Quake's build. He actually went for the Spirit Vessel on his Kunkka. He knows like it's hard for him to buy other items that can do damage, so at least the Vessel can stop some of the healing that comes out of Liquid's side. They have an insane amount of heal potential. They have the mech, I mean they have the Greaves, they have the Chen, Divine Favor, they have the Dominator. A lot.
The Boxy just coming on to Matu here. He's gonna get Viper striked up here. Doesn't really care. Just kind of runs back to the mid lane. Okay, that was a thing.
Two down units going the way of Alliance. Still okay for them that they're not, you know, much. In Boxy, the haste is spent on him.
Yeah, Miracle, he's actually going for the kill onto Jakiro instead. Wants the easier target, and will certainly get it. And now with Mind Control coming in, the silence is out onto the Brew. He's got to wait until that Primal Split comes off cooldown, but with Qualifier coming in to save the day, that is going to be alright. Although another stun comes out, he tries to get a split just before him, doesn't quite manage it. Now he needs to get the split, will be able to do so. A boat comes down onto GH, but he just reflects all the damage with that Spike Carapace. Jumping forwards here, looking for the next assassin with that X marks into the Torrent, and that is an easy little kill. Sven turns around with the stun onto 3 units here, 2 Brewlings and a Troll Warlord, but they don't do enough damage just yet. Now that the God Strength is down, Miracle is not hitting very hard. Okay, still just trying to kind of throw out some axes here, but they have to back up to the high ground, and it's Liquid who are going to be smashing into this tower. Oh, jump in, stun onto Mickey here. They've got the big one, Impale to follow up as well. Mickey needs to get himself back up onto this high ground, does do so with 700 HP to spare. Needs to get himself
He does have his BKB now on... Gonna back off, they don't have a lot of... Tend to just go back to all the farm that's on.
Yeah, Miracle gonna be more than pleased just to smash down this bottom lane, get all the creeps, get all that money coming into himself, and hopefully overtaking this troll net worth, because Mickey has been top for quite a while now.
So let's see what kind of moves Alliance can do at this point. They want to really utilize this KB if they can, or even the blink on Enigma. Like if they can get even one pick off on Liquid, they can get so much map control back. But so hard for them to find that initiation moment. And looks like Boxy is being chased, and the fear someone's gonna get poured in by Holy Pursuit.
Alright, Liquid's just showing a bit of mercy here. Not really wanting to pick off Boxy like that, but no, they're respecting Alliance and taking this game very seriously, of course, because, you know, it's the winner of this gets the major, the loser possibly doesn't, down to the lower bracket. It's not a place where anybody wants to be, where they have to face off versus either NIP or OG, which both sound like very scary matches.
Definitely.
No easy team in these qualifiers as GH comes in with the stun onto the Troll Warlord. Boxy closing the gap there onto GH. He doesn't have it, but he gets silenced up. Meanwhile, Matu coming on the backlines along with Nature's Prophet, but Nature's Prophet, he's just getting destroyed. His meat is minced by Mickey. It looks for more now. X marks out onto Matu. Miracle, though, is in a great position here to try and take this fight. Looking for a blink up onto the high ground, perhaps. Of course, he still has an Aegis, so he's not afraid to get involved. But they disengage on the side of Alliance, not getting carried away, not getting too greedy. They get a 1 kill, and it's a high-value one, and now they clear out. However, these 2 heroes of Alliance, Tiger, it'd kind of be a good thing if you tank this gank right now, but he blinks himself away, goes to the TP out. Okay, best case scenario, they both get out fine. Kunk with the Shadow Blade, actually looking for top.
Oh, Insania! No, not like this!
No, Miracle's on him once again, and Miracle with that God Strength, just using it for the supports, doesn't even care.
It's running across the map like it.
Radiant's top tower is under
Because
attack.
Vegas, so it's out now. Oh. Minutes again. Spawning top, Qualifier.
Yeah, he's just playing games, pushing out, making space, dragging heroes back. Just trying to prevent this high ground push as long as possible, but Liquid, they're coming into Boxy here. However, he throws down the split and gonna throw a rock onto Matu here. Mickey going deep onto Matu here, just using that ultimate, trying to blow him up, and will start to chop through him. It's a blender. Tiger is gone.
And oh, he gets a nice blink out. Get him, but Kuro is gonna die here. Alliance is actually getting into a really good position in this game now. Like their team fight and their items are coming together, and they're gonna be quite scary pretty soon, because Liquid weren't able to get to the high ground and threaten something with what they have. So starting to get a bit scary for Liquid, and Alliance are soon gonna have that BKB. No, not yet, not quite yet. Still gonna be for another 4 minutes.
So So, Liquid, they had a pretty good advantage. They still do have the advantage. I mean, when it comes to gold, they have plateaued, but in the game, I'm kind of scared for them. And the X-Mark's actually coming through onto mind control with the Macrophire as well. He's just getting annihilated. He's baked by the Jakiro.
All these deaths, like they're so costly. Like I said earlier, if Alliance can just find one pick off on any hero on Liquid side, they're gonna get so much map control back. And this Nature's Prophet already died twice in the past 3 minutes, and they are getting that high.
Qualifier, in comes the God's Strength, Miracle on top of him. They've got the lockdown, they've got the damage, but the Ice Path, is it enough? Qualifier running for the trees, doesn't have mana. He's got the drums, he's got a juke like a madman here, and he's doing so far. They can't chase him, he's so quick, eating through the tree. It's so much so. He's just juked him! He's done it! Oh my god, Qualifier with the plays. Liquid, they get absolutely ruined.
And look at Alliance on the bottom side of the map. Look how far out they've come during all that time they were chasing Qualifier there. They have taken control of the bottom jungle area already. And the goal lead has dropped to 1k now, so it is getting really worrying for Liquid at this point. Where Alliance's team fight is definitely much stronger, like at this point in the game.
He was so fast with that Shadow Blade and those drums coming through for the Kunker there and phase boots and everything. They're actually going for a kill here into the middle lane. Kuro overextends a little bit. Nikkei starting to get to work inside that Nether Toxin. Not attacking super fast. The stun actually comes in behind him. Forced to pop the BKB, but they're looking towards Miracle. Miracle doesn't have God Strength. He does have a BKB though. Able to get himself back to his side of the river. Alliance playing it carefully. Matsu running forward.
This Brewmaster is so tanky right now. Like, he doesn't even need to use a split. He can just use his body to take the team fights and just bait out so many spells and soak so much damage.
Yeah, he's been doing this a lot. I mean, as the Brew just kind of not immediately committing to the primal split if they don't need the stun. He's happy just to absorb so much of what Liquid throw at him, and it's been working pretty well for Alliance in most of these engagements. Meanwhile, they seem to have caught someone behind. It's actually Mikkei, who's really far from his team, but also mind control in a bit of an awkward position. He's got the BKB. Mikkei trying to make it back to his team, doesn't have the BKB. He's gonna have to pop the ultimate. Can he get it off? Is he gonna keep getting stunned up here? It's actually okay. The boat buff coming in as well. The run doing a great job of keeping him alive. He doesn't even have to pop the BKB. Saves it. He didn't have it. Yeah, sorry, the ultimate.
Dead, though.
Yeah, Tiger will be
his Mithril Hammer first.
Value.
His Mithril Hammer at least.
Yeah, only like 15 gold when he died, but does mean no buyback. If he didn't buy the Mithril Hammer, he would have had buyback.
I guess having a really bad game. If he had the game he had last game, this game, they probably would win. But he's having a really, really difficult early game, being heavily pressured by Liquid's early game tempo.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got the next assassin and the Sven for the stuns, but they have got the silence on the Nature's Prophet. They catch the Brewmaster going for the TP out. Nice trees into the Yules, holding Boxy still. Boxy doesn't actually have mana for split, even if he wanted to use it here. He might just have to go down. The silence comes through. He gets some mana now, but he's just being controlled up. He might actually get the split off here if he wants to. He's being chased, but there's so many heroes surrounding him. I think he's just going to take the fall without putting his spells on cooldown.
So at least if he does buy back, he still has a split. Or else Liquid might have already just gone high ground. I think they still will, just to force the buyback here. It's a good play. They need to like build the difference.
Midnight Pulse. Throw down onto the floor just to try and keep Liquid off their high ground. Lions having to play up here.
Incredibly annoying for Liquid to break into the high ground. Even they get this one kill is not enough. They really want Roshan, and they need to get like at least maybe 2 heroes, and they need to, exhaust some of Alliance's buybacks as well.
Yep.
In order to be able to break the high ground. So I mean, it's still pretty early in the game, so that's okay. But they're probably feeling like they're a lot further ahead than they expected. This Troll Warlord is definitely becoming a big problem. And the moment that he has Basher, it's going to be really difficult for the Sven as well if he ever gets bashed up once by the Troll Warlord.
The moment you start getting that attack speed coming through onto the Sven, it makes life very difficult for Miracle. I mean, we've seen what happens when Svens get controlled up in fights, and it is not pretty. Meanwhile, Sania actually came a little bit too close to the pit there, and Liquid will defend violently. They don't want this Roshan attempt being interrupted, and once again, you know, Alliance, they probably know this is going on by now. They don't really have anything to deal with it. They've got the black hole, but getting that off, they'd rather just kind of farm up for the next timing. The BKB from Tiger, and the ping's coming out. They might TP on Tiger pretty shortly here. He's going for the
get the barriers.
Yeah, there's nobody coming.
Radiant are scanning.
Pretty close to that BKB. He goes for the GPM talent, so he should get it. And almost Satanic on the troll. Oh, he might get picked off here. This is a nice smoke.
In a bad position, needs to get himself away. He's got a BKB, he's got an ultimate as well. Looks still going to perch off the silence. Miracle's still chasing though, he's not giving up. 5 seconds, so he's got the Storm Hammer, and he decides that's enough. Oh, they found someone else. Insania, he throws his life away. I think he was just going for like an ice bath or something, but yeah, ends up being a distraction, which he'll be okay with. He's got buyback if he really needs it. Probably won't. It's not exactly a long time to wait. It's quite just constantly pushing out this bottom lane.
Yeah, these deaths from Insania, like, it's not hurting them in terms of like losing high ground, but it is hurting them a little bit in terms of the map control that they can get when one hero's behind. When Liquid have like one hero on Alliance dead, the way that they play is so much more different. They're always constantly looking for the follow-up pick-off right after that. Hero tagging. So this hero like Jakiro, I was hating on it earlier, but if he gets levels, if he gets to like level 15, he gets the XP talent, or he has all his skills maxed out, he's a pretty good hero. But the problem is he needs XP.
Yeah, it's getting to the stage in the game where he's now getting that. But the fact is he hasn't really been much of a factor before this point. So you can kind of feel like it's part of the path which has led Alliance to this stuck on high ground sort of situation.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, they might have not picked the Keeper of the Light because of the Nyx Assassin being first pick. They feel like that's a really good hero against Keeper. Catch him by Carab. But Jakiro's kind of the same, right? Like, he can't really split push that well either. Kind of needs to split push, or else he's not gonna get any. That hero needs a lot of level. At least he's got the max ice path now, so we do have that.
Yeah, the stun's going to be super nice. Either to set up for Tiger, protect him whilst he's going for that black hole, or generally just lock him down. Also works really well with X marks the spot, so plenty of synergy for the Jakiro in this draft. They've really built a nice draft for themselves here, Alliance, which isn't really surprising when you look through the last few games. They've been, I feel like their drafts have been their strong points.
Wow, Miracle put the Hyperstone in this instead of the Midas. That can't be the most efficient. Just a 15 attack speed difference. But the Hand of Midas is cooling down 2x slower.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound great. Miracle just wants to hit things.
That's a really... Oh, okay.
Hello, GH. Maybe they catch him out here. Yeah, it certainly would. He turns around with the stun, but Tiger's on top of him. He's got the Malefice. Ice Path's going to come down. He uses the Yules on GH here, just trying to buy himself a bit of time. The Eldi's going to come through as well, but they've got another X Marks to come through. He throws it out really early, actually, which doesn't mean that the Torrent will connect.
They were so worried that they were behind the Nyx, that they didn't commit all their spells to him, but then all of Liquid was actually going on Troll Warlord on the mid lane.
Yeah, he manages to BKB out of that situation as well. Now with the Satanic and Sanjin Yasha combination, loads and loads of status resistance piled up on the Troll Warlord, so keeping him locked down in these fights is going to be pretty tricky.
Yeah, he's actually almost level 25 on the Troll. Really impressive.
He's been getting the levels. He always seems to be.
It's like, because Miracle has been spending a lot of time running around trying to kill people, right? And creating tempo for his team. Always pressuring Alliance, like pushing them back into the base. But the Troll has always found his way into the enemy side of the jungle where Liquid are not really doing anything here. Able to find his farm without dying. He's actually 4-0-1. This guy has been very impressive this game.
Yeah, that is some crazy map sense from him. Oh, Matu, they're actually jumping straight away onto the Viper here. Viper does get the Viper strike onto Tiger, trying to keep him locked down, trying to cancel the opportunity for a black hole as they'll be able to bring down Matu. And now the black hole just comes out straight away onto the Sven. Tiger just wants to keep him locked down, wants to go for everywhere else on the backside of the fights. Miracle will finish off Tiger, but they are going for GH here instead. Alliance prioritizing. Meanwhile, the Sven just hold up into the air, but yeah, Mind Control going for them rat plays. They get the tower, but that's about it. The BKB and TP out from Mind Control must be committed. A little bit costly, but they'll take it for a bit of high ground breach, because now it opens up shrines, which is an entirely new objective for Liquid to be able to take.
Yeah, so they got the Enigma black hole out of the way for Liquid. They did lose 2 heroes, but they got the tier 3 as well. I would say overall it was a pretty even trade, since they can kill the shrines, like you said. And these shrines have been helping Alliance so much in terms of like where they want to ward, where they want to fight around, how they want to split push. So now that Liquid has that next level of objectives that they have unlocked that they can kill, it's gonna help them quite.
Quakefoot comes out to bottom lane, but then sees Miracle under the cover of Shadowblade and just kind of runs away. There are pings coming out onto him here, so they know he's about, but he is very, very far away. Meanwhile, Alliance swarming over this top lane a little bit, just looking to wrest back control of this area. He did lose it a little bit in the last fight, but...
Now the smoke from the bottom area to go top.
Boxy,
running through across the whole map.
That's split up from the rest of that team. Mickey's gonna run into everybody. Stun comes down onto him by the strike as well, but Alonso gonna wake it back up, but can he get off any spells? He does manage to get the ultimate off just about in time. On such low HP, Tiger coming in, just gonna break up his trees. Mickey chasing forwards and not letting him life steal, and now he can turn around, but Mickey's actually doing a ton of work onto Miracle here. Mickey and Miracle fighting it up. He's just gonna try and TP himself back, and that is gonna be successful for him. It's actually only Jakira that dies. Oh, hold on. Brew could be into trouble. In comes the trees, forcing Brew the long way around. Boxy, well, the Lotus Soul going to reflect a bunch of spells, but they're still pounding into the Brewmaster up here. He's going to get to his high ground, but not any further than that as he's brought down. Does buy back more GH. He's stuck on the high ground right now. The X-Mark's keeping him in place as Kunkka. His own trees blocking him off. AGH, there's no escape onto the low ground for him. Tower's probably going to do the job, although in comes Miracle with the God Strength. Takes down Tiger. Now looking onto Mickey as well. Mickey, though, he can fight up. He's still going for Miracle here. Miracle's in some trouble. The Spirit Vessel on him. The X-Marks as well. Dragged back with the torrent. They get him down as well. And Chen's going to be another one. The stun comes down onto 2 of them. It's not really enough to hold them back as Chen's in the air forever. Quakefoot is taking a bit of damage as Matu coming back in. Mind Control as well. Miracle buys back. They want to take this fight. Kunkka, he's dropping low and he is dead. Does have buyback on Kunkka as well. It's 20 seconds until the Enigma comes back. Meanwhile, Boxy in the middle of everybody doesn't have split, doesn't have anything, as he's just going to get destroyed. And that's, well, he's gone for 100 seconds. Boxy.
They're not buyback on the Brewmaster. This is going to be a lot of buildings being taken right here.
Just not there for the defense.
Enigma actually has a BKB black hole up, so maybe they could find some kind of... Oh, his TV got cancelled! The Troll's TV got cancelled! He can't get back to the team!
Wait, what? Oh, GH caught him out. Following him, so, I mean, if they had any chance of defending these barracks, it is now gone.
Yeah, they get the top racks for free.
Over that a BKB, Quakefoot.
So they can get some mana.
Quakefoot uses a BKB here. I'm not too sure about that, but they're going to get the boat X-Mark combo onto Matu here, but he's just going to grieve himself straight up, try and get himself away. Mickey's got those further stacks coming in quickly, but doesn't want to go too far forward. A stun thrown out on him, get the axes that Sven can't really jump on. Although he uses the axes just before stun comes through, so that if Sven does try to go on him, then he's going to start missing real quick. Meanwhile,
yeah, now Liquid can already take it a bit more chill because they know the black hole is up and Pro has all his skills available. They really don't want to commit too hard into this. This poison attack effects building spell is like doing so much work right
now. The final barracks exposed for Alliance. A chance being the really second team to qualify. Yeah, it's on the line.
Man, GH with that tornado, I mean the stun and the tornado on the Troll Warlord to delay them to take those 2 racks. And Nemo was ready to use the Blink BKB Black Hole, but without the Troll there, they don't have any damage.
The seeds of fortune.
There'll be one day, I'm sure. Do you remember the start of the game when I said he's just going to save up for the big black hole? He's saving. He's saving real hard. It's coming. I hope. I feel like everybody has.
Liquid.
Illusion.
Sven actually doesn't have buyback. Like if he somehow does die, they can get a lot off the map. The only thing is the Nature's Prophet is always putting himself in a position, and he does have a buyback, so he's okay to like. So here he goes bottom. Alliance is gonna go middle, but they're not gonna have too much time in trying to make a play right now because Mind Control is already showing in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they need to push this. And actually with the creeps coming in at top as well. And there's going to be backdoor protection down those final sets of barracks very shortly.
It's a matter of seconds. They need to start a team fight already if they really want to do something.
Boat comes through. Viper, he's dropping quickly. The split even comes out. It looks like they've just given up on Matu right now. They're trying to get through him. But meanwhile, back in the base, Mind Control, he's just getting to work. These barracks are falling quickly. Meanwhile, they have managed to kill Matu and now they're up onto the high ground. Mickey just chasing forwards here. He's got their Satanic, but he's taking a ton of damage from the tower alone. Meanwhile, the bottom racks, they're under fire. No one's coming back for this one. Mind Control, he's going to get the megas. Alliance, that was probably not the play, and they TP back after everything to a home which has been destroyed. Now the game just went from hard to near impossible. To come back from this, it's going to take so much from Alliance. Do they have that in them?
Maybe. If they can get like a sick black hole and they kill the Sven and the Viper, then they can delay the game for another 2 minutes. He's going for a Rapier already on the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, it's I feel like he even needs more than a rapier. He could actually go out of base and buy it right now. He wouldn't have buyback, but I mean, if you're buying a rapier, do you really care that much about buyback? And there we have it. It's a rapier time. Second of the day, and this one belongs to Mickey. Qualifier actually seen here in the middle lane. Alliance pushing out kind of far. Megafreep's pushing in through the top. Kind of close to getting up onto that high ground. Roshan is up. Awesome for Alliance to take it, but also a pretty unrealistic concept as well. Is there anybody they can actually send back to defend this other than the troll? Conker can't do it.
Conker, I guess?
You reckon?
He can do it. He just flash a couple.
Alliance, their foray out of the base does not last very long, and this is something they're going to have to get used to if they want to stay in this game too much longer. It's a battle against the Mega Creeps now.
Gonna get this last Aegis and cheese and pressure. Secure the game since they don't have buyback on the Viper anyway. I mean, this is the slot, right?
Shot on Sven.
Go to Epicenter.
It is.
I mean, Liquid definitely don't want to play against IP or OG again. Like, those are always coin flip games.
Hell no. No, those are...
I'd love to secure the game right now.
Yeah, they're very close to doing so as well. And look at Qualifier just pushing out this bottom lane as far as he possibly can before he has to run himself away. But even with a torrent and a boat, the creeps are still going to keep on pushing in. Liquid grouping up in the mid here. It's Boxy pushing out. Ping's coming out onto him. They might be tempted to go for this. Tiger is right behind. Cannot be seen.
Trying to bait him out a bit, maybe?
They are.
Troll Warlords really need to find a good angle for him to come in. Has he shown himself yet?
Surely he must have, but I mean, it's really hard to know. I'm not 100%, you know, Quakefield's just pushed out the bottom lane, now he's pushing out top. He's been around the place. Another smoke up from Alliance here. They really want someone to just come forwards. Anybody they can start the fights on. I think they'd even settle for Matu, to be honest, but Liquid just say, I mean, the creeps are coming in. Lukanka can't do this all by himself. There's too much for him to defend.
So Miracle is actually, I mean, Liquid's actually waiting for the buybacks on Miracle to be up. So they have all 10, like, they have like 10 lives or whatever, or not, be able to fight the next fight. Because Chen can always bring people back, right, instantly.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
such
die
a
in
strong
the clash.
concept.
So they want to use the, and they want to use some of their bodies to like bait out the Enigma black hole, and then they would just buy back, and Chen would just TP them in. So they don't really want to force the engagement with this Aegis right now. They're just waiting a bit longer for the Ben's buyback. He's got like 50 seconds left. So once that's up, they will go. I don't think they're gonna wait for the Viper buyback, because that would just out-time the Aegis, so...
Matu, Mickey, starting off with a couple of hits into Matu here, but now Wedgie gets stunned up on the retreat here. Torrent gonna hold back Matu for the time being.
Yeah, they definitely want to fight the Troll Warlord after Nyx has like mana burn him a few times, so he doesn't have the battle chance available to fight. Because it costs 150 mana, and that's a lot for a Troll, so... Definitely wants to keep mana burning him.
GH just going down his rabbit hole right now, sitting outside the base.
200 mana left.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
They will think about taking the engagement after that. Look at him, look at the troll, you know, this big fat level 25 troll has to go back to get mana. Wow.
That's kind of embarrassing, and GH just sitting here ready with the mana burn. So Mickey, at least he knows how far to come forward.
Then buyback is available now. Nyx buyback also available, so it's definitely time.
We went past the line. Go get your mana back, kid.
Definitely time for Liquid to, you know, slowly move in closer, inch closer into the base, and all three of the waves are gonna be coming into alliances. Air Force.
Oh god, Sven, he's found the double damage. He's running in. He's ready to roll. Alliance.
Oh, the mana burn again, troll. Go heal.
Force back to base. Get your mana back.
Oh no, he didn't get enough. He's gonna get mana burn again.
He's come closer. The mana burning machine is here, and they're actually going in onto Boxy. Where is the Sven? He's nearby. He's got that double damage. He's inside the smoke as well, looking for a window to initiate upon. Not getting carried away though. Liquid just being so careful as they start working on these tier 4s bit by bit.
Oh,
Martin
no
with
mana.
the Aegis taking some damage. Yeah, he can't ulti. He just can't ulti. He needs to go back and get some mana back. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to press that R button.
Yeah, they're actually slowly taking down the tier 4s with the Viper's poison attack. You see that?
This is ridiculous.
It actually does so much damage.
The Boxy coming in, so like, GH, please stop doing this. And now they're initiating pretty heavily. They want to try and maybe bring down GH here, who's just not looking very likely. Tiger coming in, doesn't have a target for the black hole. Matu fighting up here. They're just going to start chopping away at this Viper. They turn their attention back to GH right now. Meanwhile, they need to make sure mind control doesn't go for anything in the backlines. They're still trying to fight up in here. Meanwhile, Tiger being chased away. He's actually just dying to the mega creeps. He needs to get back to base, and Zanya as well. So low, a Miracle comes in, finds one. They're going to have to just black hole him, but he's not falling into the fountain. But Nikkei going to town. Miracle chopped down. He's got a buyback. There is a Chen alive as well. They can bring him back into this fight, and that certainly will do.
No black hole available anymore.
Yeah, and now the ultimate gets thrown onto Kunkka here. Kunkka being dropped. Tiger, he's got a chance to do this right now, but GH deep throne, it's going down the throne. They need to do something, and they need to do it now, but it's a nice black hole onto two heroes, but the rest of Liquid just deal burn. The God Strength Sven takes down the Ancient. Team Liquid will be victorious. It doesn't really end in a big fight. It doesn't end in fireworks. It just ends in Liquid being the mechanical